kia ora everybody. Nice that you are with us on Saturday afternoon for round 3 of the Sky Broadband Rapid League for 2025. We are in New Plymouth, TSB Stadium, and this is a match between the Taranaki Airs and the Hawke's Bay Hawks. Looking forward to this one as we see some of the hottest young talent again in New Zealand basketball going at it here. Glenn Lama with the call today alongside former Tall Black point guard Lindsay Tate. Great to have you along, Lindsay.
Kia ora, Glenn. Appreciate you having me, brother. Really looking forward to this one. Like you said, some of the top young talent in the Motu coming together, so it'll be a good one.
Yeah, and no sign of both teams in the top half of the table at the moment. It's early days, though, but Nelson, with that win over the Bulls last night, maintain their 100% winning record at the moment to sit on top of the table. Otago made a strong start, so too the Indian Panthers, which is good. But there's Taranaki in 7th, Hawke's Bay in 8th. So I guess the main motivation for both teams today is get the win and move up the table.
Yeah, right there creeping up, you know, but don't let them fool you. These boys are playing in the big league, a lot of these boys, so it'll be a tough one.
Absolutely right. Let's have a look at the starting fives now, and we have a look at the Hawke's Bay team first up. And Maz Taylor, Harry Keeley, Cade Cartwright, Jacob Murphy, who's been brilliant, and Ezra Eagle in his rookie season, a big, tough, rugged forward, completes the starting 5 for the Hawks.
Yeah, Murphy, he's lights out right now. I think he's around 12 points a game in the Rapid League, which is a lot of points in such a short game. So it'll be interesting to see him rock this evening or this afternoon.
Yeah, he's been shooting the ball at 40%. And here is the Airs team: Jack Exeter, Scott Telfer, Riley Tuta, Jordi Huata, and Quinton Bailey. And I guess when you look at the experience there, Telfer and Bailey are going to be key in this game.
Yeah, Telfer and Bailey played a lot of minutes in the NZNBL, and Bailey's putting up good numbers here in the Rapid League as well, getting those reps in, so they'll be leading the way from the front this afternoon.
Yeah, top points there. Bailey is getting 9 points per game in the Rapid League so far, chiming in with 3 rebounds as well. Points per game pretty close, records pretty close. And then Keeley, you know, even though he's a bit of a string bean centre, he has been a real star for Hawke's Bay. Gets in there and mixes it up, doesn't he? He
has. I really like the Keeley kid. He's long, rim protector. Last year at the NZ secondary schools, he won Defensive Player of the Year. So to see him play his trade here in the Rapid League and step up to some of the stuff after this has been exciting.
So looking forward to seeing Harry Keeley in action again. Now, we've just been informed there's a slight delay to the start of the game with the scoreboard not quite working correctly at the moment. As we check out the officials for this game: Sam Pan, Danielle Koog, and Kobe Lucas. So hopefully we'll get that scoring sorted out shortly. We'll go through a few more numbers here. Talking about Harry Keeley, he's been going at 4 points per game and 6 rebounds a game in the Rapid League, and he's also averaging just 5 minutes a game. But in that last game in the NBL, Lindsay, against the Bulls, he came up with some big plays at critical times.
Yeah, you can see like he gets on a lot of rebounds just with his length, but also the way that he affects the paint, rim protecting, not necessarily just blocks, but altering shots is a massive one for Keeley.
Murphy's having a great season. You can see in the bottom right there wearing the 7. Jacob Murphy, we touched on 12 points per game at 40% in the Rapid League. He's also going at 11 points per game in the NBL with 21 minutes a game he's averaging off the bench.
Yeah, more importantly, and I was lucky enough to catch their last game, and you know, they were struggling a little bit. They were down in a hole, and he was one of the brothers that really lit up and played with great energy and caught fire from the 3-point line and turned it around for them. So he's on the up and up this season.
So there's the stars of the Hawke's Bay team, and they're well supported too by Maz Taylor, Cade Cartwright. These are all pretty handy role players in the team. But as we touched on, Scott Telfer and Quinton Bailey, let's talk more about them. You know, both of these guys have been around a long time now, Lindsay. Telfer chiming in with 9 points per game in the Rapid League this year, a couple of points per game in his 22 minutes on court. There he is, Scott Telfer, first year back at Taranaki. He was at the Airs between 2021 and 2023, came back from the Sharks, so he'll enjoy. He looks like he's enjoying himself back in New Plymouth. He
does. He looks comfortable being back here, obviously right there, but also in the way he's playing. I really like his game. I like the way that he sees the floor as well, and he's happy to share the ball with his teammates, so it makes it easy to play with somebody like that.
And Quinton Bailey, of course, we don't really need to say too much about him. He's entering like his 10th season in the Airs colours, and he's going to contest the tip here.
And as usual, looks in great shape, you know, always athletic, playing around the rim, so it's great to see.
Yeah, he's a Taranaki boy through and through. He's from Stratford. So we're underway in this Rapid League game, and it's going to be Taranaki Luckily, they've got black and amber stripes across the front. Otherwise, we'd be having a nightmare right now with these strips. And there's Telfer. Didn't catch the top of the backboard, and here come Hawke's Bay through Murphy.
And this kid here, Maz Taylor, related to the Daily final, and I don't know if you saw Aiden play, but he's lightning quick, just like Aiden, so watch him this evening.
Yeah, he's stolen by Tuta, back to Hoiata, rather, from Telfer, and it's going to be Taranaki ball. Yes, son of Kristen Daly.
Kristen Daly, a former Olympian, and yeah, he's got wheels on him. Had to deal with him last year in the secondary school space, so keep an eye out on him.
Sounds like you didn't have much joy.
We did it. No, we didn't.
So Taranaki waiting for this inbound play. Again, just waiting for the scoreboard.
And Tuta, who just got his hands out there last ball, we were speaking a little bit off here, really talented young man from down there. You know, it's his kind of second, third year around this league. It'll be interesting to see how he progresses over this season, especially up in the NZNBL space. Real talented wing scorer.
Yeah, Tuta, he played for Taranaki in 2023. Then he nipped away to university in Oklahoma for 1 year, but he's back in New Zealand now. So hopefully he gets settled. I guess American college isn't for everyone, Lindsay. You know, it's a big environmental shift for some people.
It's not, you know, and there's a whole lot of different environments that you can end up in over there. It works out for some it doesn't. But, you know, I guess Tom Abercrombie's a prime example of somebody that didn't necessarily work out over there, but went on to have like a illustrious career playing internationally and abroad. So, you know, whatever path you take nowadays, there's a lot of avenues out there. We're very blessed, because back in the day it wasn't like that.
No, indeed, Riley Tuta. So hopefully he can get settled. He's a talented player, former New Zealand under-18 rep. So just having a few technical problems with the scoreboard again here in Taranaki.
Just like to mention, Glenn, Coach Steve McKean, you know, from down these ways, long time stalwart of the game, gave a lot to the game down in that region. And just to acknowledge him, I know played down there a long time, and he always had a lot of kind words for me and my family before the game and everybody. So just like to acknowledge his whānau while we're taking a little break here.
Of course, he actually, coached the Tall Blacks way back in the late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah, absolutely, one of the building blocks of the game here in Aotearoa. So very blessed that these men came down here and gave their time to help teach the game. And a lot of these brothers are still going back on the benches now in places like Taranaki.
And I remember Steve McKean gave me one of the great lines. And once when I was interviewing him, we were talking about a player. I forget who it was, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't you, Lindsay. And he said to me, and this player was struggling. And Steve's response was, "Yeah, man, he can't hit the ocean from the dark."
And I hope it wasn't me. And he was a lights-out shooter by all accounts as well. So, you know, you didn't want to hear from Coach McKean that you couldn't hit the ocean from a dock. You were in trouble.
Exactly. Just got a glimpse there of Clifton Bush, who's enjoying himself, getting a good run of games and time under his belt this season in the Hawks.
Yeah, Cliffy Bush Jr. Dad was a legend out here for a long time. Clifton Sr., you know, too small. Real good to see, you know, the lineage continue through with these young ones playing in our league.
Yeah, big game last week for them. Hawks against the Bulls.
Great energy.
So Taranaki gets the game underway now. Bailey in traffic. Exeter with that three. He's short, and there is the rebound taken by Taylor. Taylor just settles it down for the three. Almost nailed it as well.
It was a good look. The defense went under. He just lined them up. Unlucky he didn't knock it down.
Telfer
call there.
Yeah, Telfer fouled. It looks like Taylor might have picked up the foul. Yes, he did. So Telfer's going to go to the line, shoot 2 free throws.
But you like that by Telfer, just, you know, forcing the action a little bit, making the referees make a call, go to the line, settle it down, shoot 2.
There's the first point of the Sky Broadband Rapid League game.
Always a nice way to get on the board. A couple of free throws, go in, make you feel good.
2 out of 2 from the Chemist Warehouse stripe there for Telfer. Taylor.
Yeah, I'm telling you, he got jets. He's playing in like first gear right now.
Yeah. Murphy.
There's a little zone action here from Taranaki, a little 2-3 zone.
Murphy looks to break it with the 3, not going to drop for him, and Telfer with the rebound.
Little rapid league zone.
Here's Jack Exeter. Well, getting in the road of that was Murphy, and he's managed to get it back to a teammate eventually.
You see a lot of teams kind of playing out of this action and transition. Just kind of playing off these wing on balls.
Here is Murphy trying to work off a screen there from Harry Keeley. Murphy with a step back three. Nicely done by Bailey. So Taranaki dominating early in this game. Telfer going to settle for the three. Here comes Taylor again. Murphy, but slow to get up from that fall. He's okay. He's a tough little lad, isn't he? Jacob Murphy, he's had the ball stripped, but he's okay.
Just feeling each other out right now, these two teams.
Taylor.
Low shot clock for Taylor. Nice find late.
Yeah, good ball. Keeley, though, couldn't complete or seal the deal. And here comes Taranaki again.
Just playing out a semi-trans. Little middle handoff here.
Telfer. Here's Exeter.
That's a
nice drive. Yeah, good stuff from Exeter.
Nice take. Just slightly smaller guard, you know, put his shoulder down, got it on his chest, laid him down.
Well, Jack Exeter's got a bit of experience behind him. He's 24. It's out to a 4-0 lead.
Little 2-3 zone here again from Taranaki. Just saving a bit of legs. See Dom Kalmanpoto was unavailable, so might be playing it smart here. Quinton Bailey, that's too easy.
Oh, he could have gone coast to coast there. Eagles picked up the ball. Here's Taylor.
I love the way that Murphy runs the floor, a lot of energy.
Yeah,
even though they turn that one over.
Here's Telfer. Exeter for three. Yes! 7-0. It's all going for Taranaki at the moment.
I think that was Tuta. He can really shoot that thing. He can. He's making me look good. Back into that zone again.
Yeah, well, it
seems to be working. You're right.
It's working well, isn't it? Here's Keeley.
Long boy, but just Quinton Bailey there, a stronger body, just stopped him in his tracks. We had the corner wide open there with the one more, missed him.
17 on the shot clock. Telfer.
Nice find.
Here's Tuta for three again.
Back to back.
Wow, 10-0.
10-0. They might want to burn a little timeout, maybe not.
Oh, no.
One possession.
Hawke's Bay, could they go through this whole quarter not scoring? I don't think I've seen that in a rapid league game.
I haven't, you're right. I need to get on that group chat and see who's got something for us.
Here is
good D.
Murphy.
Great D by Riley.
Here's Tuta.
Shot clock, great kick ahead. There's a dunk.
Bailey! 12-0. What a quarter.
Yeah, man. Heck
for
of a start.
Taranaki. And that is a dream start there for Taranaki at the end of the first 4 minutes. 12-0 over Hawke's Bay.
Yeah, and super balanced right now. You know, sharing the scoring load, sharing the basketball, really good energy. I mean, not much you can say negative about Taranaki. They're really coming out in this first quarter. Hawke's Bay, quarter break couldn't have come quick enough, to be honest with you. Gonna make a few changes here and stop the bleeding, hopefully.
Yeah, Tudor with 6 with those back-to-back threes. Exeter, Telfer have scored as well. And Bailey with that jam at the end of the quarter.
And you can see he's played like in the big league above this, you know, just the way that he's controlling the pace, taking the ball off the glass, breakout dribbles, getting to the ring.
That's what the Hawke's Bay team right now, they need something spicy to fire them up. And I can't think of anything better than that large Fire Island pizza right now for $39.99. Someone needs to get on the screen and scan the QR code and get onto it right now.
A little bit of spice in their life for the second quarter.
Yeah, real challenge there for Hawke's Bay to come back. But we've seen these games, these teams get on a bit of a roll. All the Hawke's Bay team need to do is get some stops and somehow break that zone defense down, because it's worked a treat so far.
Yeah, and it looks like Taranaki's not, they look like they rolled out the same brothers here. They're not rotating very deep, but Hawke's Bay's obviously getting people through. So like you said, they're going to have to come up with an answer for this 2-3 zone, because if I'm Taranaki, if it ain't broke, we ain't changing nothing. We're staying in it till you can show us you can score out of it.
Let's see what Hawke's Bay can do here.
I'd like to see them get some penetration inside, just like that, off the dribble or off the pass.
Jacob Murphy with 2.
Before they were kind of spraying it around sideline to sideline, to see them get their feet in the paint, they're beautiful.
So Hawke's Bay finally on the board. Here's Tuta again.
Good D from Ezra Eagle there, shutting down that lane.
Nice stuff from Eagle. Here's Exeter again. 6 on the shot clock.
Got the switch, the big fella.
Bailey. Oh, the little hook was good, right on the buzzer.
Keeley, like, great defensive positioning, but Quinton Bailey just a little bit too strong right now, you know. Getting that shoulder in there, finishing over the long fella.
4-0. Isaac Allen is out there now. You can see wearing 8 for Hawke's Bay. Here's Eagle. Now Murphy for 3. Rebound is kind for Hawke's Bay. No. Exeter's pinched it.
Yeah, that's the weakness of his own boards, but they fumbled that one, unfortunately. Great corner find there.
Here's Bailey. Telfer.
Wide open, one more.
Plenty of time to put up the 3, and this time no good for Tuta. His first miss from beyond the arc in this game.
First miss, and they got a match up here in transition. So that's their best defense right now.
Nice shot from Isaac Allen off the bench for the Bay.
Isaac Allen, I believe, out of Napier Boys. He can really shoot that thing. Quinton Bailey right back at him.
And there's Allen doing it at both ends. A strong rebound for him. Good job by Hawke's Bay. They're showing plenty of resolve here as they look to find the way back. Eagle. Murphy. Go baseline on Tuta. Nice job by Murphy. That's a counter. And he's going to the Chemist Warehouse line for a 3-point play.
Yeah, it's a slightly tough call, but great finish. And Hawke's Bay looking a lot more comfortable right now playing against this man-to-man in the zone. And Taranaki's not able to get set in that zone off the misses. So interesting to see the back and forth right now.
Murphy on to 4 points. Just like that 12-point lead at quarter time's been cut to 7.
Just like that. I like this kid's game. Plays with great energy, fearless, like you said, can shoot that thing. Fun to watch.
Yeah, man. And there you are. That lead, that 12-point lead's been cut in half now. Good job like by the Hawks. It's Tuta again.
Great look, wide open, nice little play there. Just left it slightly short.
Murphy.
Nice pace by Hawke's Bay here in transition.
Who's been called for steps. Just lost control of the ball, which allowed number 4, Jerome Tamatia.
Yeah, Tamatia, great hands in there. His dad, Mr. Tamatia, has been around the game for a long time. I've seen him over there on the bench, so great to see the young fella running around out there today, getting some minutes in Rapid League and getting a steal.
He's just 16 as Exeter drives nicely. Nice settler there for Taranaki.
Crafty little finish, just bumping it out to 8 there by Exeter.
He's got 4 points in the game now. Murphy.
Playing with fire there, going under Murphy on that screen. Ezra Eagle's got the switch here on the little guard. Let's see if he can get anything out of the post.
The little roll hook was no good. And here comes Tuta. Out to
I
Bailey.
like that pass.
Bailey, nice pause there.
Move.
Yeah, that's a vet.
He's got to 2 feet, little shot fake, countered, left-hand hook, beautiful.
Sucked them in really well as Murphy. There's Bailey getting a rebound now. The outlet pass is sweet as well. Beautiful. Jack Exeter. Another layup. Ezra Eagle with the rebound.
He's been on the board, is. Looks in great shape.
Yeah, he was very good last week. Very committed player as well.
Yeah, great kid out of Dilworth. I believe he was the head boy there last year. Been around him a little bit. Real solid young man.
It's hard off the rim, and Tamatia's got it.
Another rebound. Great push.
Oh, yeah. Going to get the roll off the rim, though.
Bailey's on them boards. He's got a motor.
Here is Keeley.
Like they'll get one here unless they want to go for a real quick 2-for-1.
I think Taranaki will get one more chance. Allen.
Give and go.
Now Eagle. He's got a long-range shot on him too. Don't worry about that.
Knock that thing down. You give him space. Cut it to 7 right before the half.
Ooh, little trip there. Not intentional, I don't think, by Ryder Moore.
It's a tough one. Little ankle tap.
Yeah, little ankle tap with the foot. Don't often see that. That's happened with 0.1 of a second left on the
yeah, it's tough. I'm just trying to see if they're in the bonus or not. Doesn't look like it, so lucky there. Don't want to give up a cheap one.
In fact, the game clock's been adjusted to 1.1 seconds. So let's see who's going to have a crack at the buzzer beater here. Bailey.
Clock awareness there.
He won't get that shot away in time. So there it is, halftime, 18-11 here in the Sky Broadband Rapid League game. That was a 12-point lead for Taranaki, so a good comeback by the Hawks, outscoring the hosts 11-6 in that second quarter.
Yeah, well done by the Hawks there, you know. Stop the bleeding. big time in that second quarter, and I think a lot of that was to do with them not having to face that zone. They really struggle with that early on, so we'll see how that plays out in the second half, the chess match.
So 18-11 it is at halftime. So look at the stats, Lindsay.
Yeah, Bailey and Tuta, you know, right there, 12 points in 8 minutes, not bad at all. And Ezra Eagle knocking down that 3 late in the quarter.
Yeah, that point spread is good, though, for Taranaki. Likewise, the rebounds.
Yeah, pretty balanced there by Taranaki. You can see 4 guys with 2 rebounds in such a short period is pretty impressive. Same on the other side, you know, Mas Taylor sinking in there, the guard, to grab 2.
4 assists, too, already. That's averaging 1 a quarter.
Yeah, not bad for FIBA, not bad at all. It's tough to come by assists in the FIBA game. It's not like the NBA.
Bailey with 2 steals. He's doing it all at the moment. And then there are no blocks in the game yet by either team. Game management, or player management is interesting too. We've had Exeter, Tuta and Quinton Bailey playing all 8 minutes so far for Taranaki. And sometimes we see teams just pull the players at halftime, let them rest up for the NZNBL game. Lindsay, what do you reckon?
I think that what might be some of the zoners as well, you know, saving a little bit of legs, an easy way to get these guys a little bit of run and, you know, get comfortable offensively without burning it too far. So depending on who's available, I think that's a bit what's going on with Taranaki right now. It's also been effective for them, so it's a smart play. Be interesting to see how much zone they use in the NBL game. I'm seeing a lot of teams using their techniques and their tactics in the Rapid League game, and then you see a lot of similar stuff being played out in the NBL game right afterwards.
So second half here between Taranaki and Hawke's Bay is underway in the Sky Broadband Rapid League game. Plymouth, hope you're enjoying the coverage. Taranaki up by 7. There's Exeter. And now Bailey.
Little pin down for Tuta. Late switch.
And he's missed the 3 again, Tuta.
Boards.
A little fortunate maybe to get that one back. Wauta.
Makes that matchup.
Nice fake by Tuta. Teardrop.
Oh, that's nice. Real skillful. You know, could have probably tried to put a dunk in there, but just slowed him down, laid him up. Beautiful.
8 points for Tuta now. Here's Taylor.
Smooth 8 points. Couple threes.
Taylor not lacking in courage.
Nice
More over to Cartwright, who nails it from the corner.
And Cade can shoot that thing. Son of Daryl Cartwright, you know, great coach out of Mags. Cade can really shoot that thing.
Still a 6-point game. And 3's missed, and Allen has got the ball for Hawke's Bay. Moore pushing the pass nicely.
Yeah, Hawke's Bay look nice when they play with this kind of pace. It suits their squad.
Allen again for 3. That's back-to-back 3s for him.
And he can shoot that thing. He broke our heart last year at secondary schools. He can really shoot that thing. Unassuming, but very effective.
Exeter off the glass.
You can see Exeter, these young boys, you know, they're playing hard, but just Taranaki a little bit older, got that old man strength, just putting that shoulder on them.
Allen, he's feeling it. Rebounds kind for Tuta. Looking to push it, and Keeley got on the road of that pass. Here comes Ryder Moore.
Great closeout there by Tuta.
Here's Ryder Moore settling for his 3-pointer. Tipped into their hands by Tuta. Taranaki come down court again. Exeter. It's real free-flowing third quarter.
It is. I like the way that Tuta and Bailey take the ball off the glass and just outlet it and play with pace, especially in Rapid League. Really enjoyable to watch.
He's Scott
Great
Telfer.
find by Telfer.
Tuta from the corner. Keeley with the rebound. Almost losing it was Cartwright, but he has it again. Here is Allen again from the side this time. Oh, that was a 1.5 3-pointer, that one, Lindsay.
I like the freedom he's playing with. He is not shy.
Both teams just gone a little cold in the last minute or so.
Yeah, a lot of threes. Love to see us get the ball or our feet in the paint right here.
Telfer off target.
There's another one for us. It's 2025.
It's Taylor. And Telfer couldn't do
They
something.
better carry hands on this boy.
Allen.
Woo!
Nice.
Okay.
He's got some
there you
skills,
go.
man.
Hey, man, you shoot it every time. The next time they're going to sprint to you, it opens up those lanes. That's beautiful take.
That's 8 points off the bench now for Isaac Allen in this game, and it's a 3-point game with 1 minute left in the third.
I like that by Riley. Great find. Probably had that shot in the corner.
Here's Telfer.
Here's this pace for Hawke's Bay again. These young boys, they can get out and run.
Here's Allen again. He's full of confidence, isn't he? Here he is.
That'll take him up to double digits here and cut the score to 1, heading into the 4th.
He's killing it.
He is. Potential for a 2-for-1 here for Taranaki if they want it.
See if they deal it.
It's middle on ball.
Tough quarter for Taranaki again. Now Telfer. And finally a whistle. Hardly had any whistle in this quarter at all.
Both teams are happy to hear that whistle. You're right. Now that it's come, there hasn't been a whole lot of stoppages and they can get some bodies through there. Here's where Eagle checking back in.
Hawke's Bay outscoring Taranaki 10-4 in this quarter.
And if Hawke's Bay shown us anything in early on being undermanned, it's that they're going to play together and that they're going to, they're going to keep coming. They're not going to stop. So once again, have the chance here to take the lead heading into the 4th. Pretty impressive, hanging tight. They didn't score the whole first quarter.
Amazing.
Great hustle.
That was great scramble from Tuta. Still time here for Taranaki. Bailey has it. Who was that down low again? Was that Allen?
Interesting, because I thought that might have come off Bailey last, but they're giving it back to Hawke's Bay.
2.9 seconds.
Sorry, to Taranaki, my fault.
Let's go for Bailey.
Corner 3.
This is a big one, and he's away as Scott Telfer, so it's a 1-point game. Taranaki up 22-21 in the Sky Broadband Rapid League with 1 quarter left. 22-21, who would have thought this after it was 12-0 at the end of the first quarter. Allen actually leading all scorers in the game with 10 points off the bench for Hawke's Bay. He's going fantastic. Murphy's got 5, Cartwright and Eagle 3 each, and Riley Tudor leading the scoring for Taranaki with 8.
And love what I saw from Allen there. Just comes in unassuming, couple of threes, stays aggressive when he misses them and they have to run him off the line, and before you know it, he was probably the big one that turned things around for them in that quarter.
The whole momentum of the game shifted here, so even though Taranaki are 1 point ahead, Lindsay, they'll be feeling a little bit nervous, I think, heading into this last quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know about nervous, though. They do have a couple of brothers over there that have played a lot, so I would say they'll be catching their breath, talking about what they need to handle for these last 4 minutes and trying to execute that coming down the stretch.
Well, is this one going down to the wire? Don't forget, we can remind you that at 4 o'clock we have the NZNBL game between these two teams today. Taranaki going into that one with a record of 2-1. Lost to the Jets, but beating the Saints in the Tuatara. They're in 6th place. As we get the final quarter underway, here with Hawke's Bay getting the first possession. They're currently 3rd in the NBL, so that game at 4 o'clock. Here is Allen.
Nice little play there to try and get a shot for Allen again from the 3. Oh, board.
It's Allen's day, isn't it? Picked up the rebound.
Maz Taylor for 3.
Can't get the 3-pointer, and Telfer's got it. Now Tamatia.
Going to control the pace here a little bit. Tamatia, get a good one coming down. Him and Bailey operating off the wing. It's wide open.
Tamatia again with 12 on the shot clock.
Nice take.
Just a little hard off the glass as Eagle.
It's probably the second one Quinton would want back.
Here is Murphy. Nice from Jacob Murphy. Tamatia.
Great rebound. Great kicker here.
Tuta.
Smooth.
Tamatia's had it stripped out of his hands. No foul, but somehow has got it back.
Love his energy. Getting his hands on the ball for sure, Mr. Tamatia.
Telfer.
And fooled the cameraman on that one.
It's Allen.
Another rebound for Allen. Maz Taylor on the push. These two play together a lot.
Taylor.
Exploring again.
There's a foul by Tamatia.
Those two getting after it like that. And there's Maz just, making Sam make a call there. Exploring a little bit. He's going to get 2 shots. Even better.
Is that a shot?
A young Lindsay would have been arguing for a shot for sure.
Well, Hawke's Bay won't get the lead now with that missed free throw from Taylor. They can't lock it up. Not happy, is he? There's Taylor. None from two from the Chemist Warehouse stripe, but there's Murphy at his best. So it's a jump ball, and who's got it on the rotation? Oh, Taranaki have it.
Great effort, though. The last thing you want to give up there if you're Taranaki is an O-board off a free throw. So they got lucky, dodged the bullet.
Jordi Boyata checks back in for Taranaki, and here comes Jerome Tamatia.
Looked like a bit of zone action for Hawke's Bay here, 2-3 zone. Kind of left Taranaki wanting there. They were a little bit unsure of what to run.
There's more.
Great find.
Good work from Keeley. Here's Allen. Oh, they closed him down.
Yeah, they
quickly,
had to close him.
There's Ryder Moore. Getting it back. Oh, it's good work as Allen found space right by the basket. Two more, and Hawke's Bay hit the front for the first time.
Yeah, not the most conventional play, but getting it done. Oh, great.
It's going to be a foul against Hawke's Bay. Maz Taylor.
A tough bang-bang call there. Tough call, but great take, you know. It's exactly what we want to do as players. Put the referees, unfortunately, in positions where they have to make a call, and that's exactly what Telfer did. So he'll stop the bleeding, gets to go to the line and shoot two.
So
free
Telfer
throws win ball games,
exactly.
You know. Yeah, March Madness right now. Talking to the young ones a lot about the importance of free throws and offensive rebounding. And you see its value right here again.
Yeah, Taranaki are 4 from 4 from the line, with Telfer getting all 4 of them. He's the only player to go to the Chemist Warehouse stripe for Taranaki in the game.
Yeah, not a lot of fouls, which has been interesting, but kind of plays into the way that the Rapid League is open, free-flowing.
Taylor and Murphy, the only two to go to the line for Hawke's Bay in the game. So there's only 3 players who've shot free throws in this game. So far, there's still a minute 45 to play.
Winning time, winning time.
Murphy. There's Moore.
Great find, don't leave him open.
Oh, he'll make you pay, and there's our man again. It's Isaac Allen with 15 points.
MVP right now.
Hawke's Bay up by 2, 90 seconds left. Now there's a little bit of panic,
He
is
did
there?
the same thing to my school team last year. I feel so much better watching this game right now.
Tamatia. He's short with that.
Oh, good rebound, O-board.
Oh, that's hard play there from Riley Tuta. Or is that Lyric Tuhaka who's out there?
Yeah, great find there, you know what I mean? I like the way he seeks some contact there, and now he gets to go to the line and tie it up. Great offensive roll by the young fella. Long body.
He's only 16, Tuhaka.
Yeah, it's cool to get to see these young boys out here playing.
Big free throws.
Yep, there we go.
Let's see
Free
what
throws
he's
win
made
ball
of here,
games
Lyric
again.
Tuhaka.
Everyone wants to come and do all the fancy stuff.
Tuhaka, 16 years of age. Big free throw here from the Chemist Warehouse stripe.
There you go, young fella, knock him down. Well done.
1 point game, 1:15 left. Murphy. Let's see how Hawke's Bay set up here. Murphy looking to get a screen there from Keeley. Here's Eagle. Oh, the lane was open a little bit there left side as we see Allen.
Pass.
Nice dish. Reverse layup.
Just lost him on that baseline cut and got the easy one there. Great find by Allen. He's having a ball game right now.
That was Ryder Moore with that basket.
My fault.
Yeah, here is Tamatia. Tuta. Nice, tough basket.
Smooth, man, just cutting it to one there. That was easy.
47.6 to go.
And let's see what they go, if they go fast here or if they play for one.
Ooh, a foul up high by Jerome Tamatia.
I don't think that's the bonus. They'll just play from the side here.
Yeah, mate. That's all right. Still 19 on the shot clock here. So Hawke's Bay.
Plenty of time.
And of course, the shot clock goes back to 24. Here's Murphy. Keeley gives it back to Murphy.
Playing off that wing on ball, getting deep.
Murphy rolls it in.
Tough finish.
Back to a 3-point game. That's a big basket right there for Jacob Murphy. Now Telfer. Oh, blocked by Keeley, but there's a whistle just before.
It looked like Keeley got him clean up top. I think someone might have got a little reach in down low on the hip, so he'll go to the line to shoot 2. But smart play from Telfa, you know. Stretch it out to 3, come down, get to the line, stop the clock. Knock these free throws in, we right there.
Scott Telfa. 4 from 4, 5 from 5 now from the Chemist Warehouse line.
Veteran play.
Let's make it one more possession. There's going to be at least 2 more possessions left.
Yep, be interesting to see what they do here. Do they foul? Do they play it head up? I'm assuming they still got their player timeouts left as well.
They haven't used them. Eagle, bit of full court pressure. Here's Ryder Moore. They would love one more basket. Murphy.
Got a 2-second differential in the shot clock right here.
Yeah, they can soak up a bit more time yet.
Yeah, we're going late. If I'm Hawke's Bay, we're going real late.
7 seconds. It's Murphy. Nice dish to Moore.
Man.
And he's got another basket there, Ryder Moore. Is there enough time left? There surely is for Taranaki as we see a BNZ player timeout call. But how about those last layups from Ryder Moore?
Yeah, that was tough. I'd love to see a replay. It looked like there was some kind of collision or something. Twice now they've lost him on the baseline, and he just caught that thing and laid it in, but great finds.
Don't forget to scan that QR code for the BNZ player timeout. Ticket to the big game, of course. And for your chance to win tickets to this season's games, BNZ proud supporters in the investment of New Zealand basketball.
See, there looks like the Hawks are talking about switching everything. Do not foul three-point shooters. Whatever happens, we don't care if we give them a layup right now. Please don't foul anyone on the three-point line.
And from Taranaki's point of view, they need a quick basket here.
Absolutely. I mean, chances are you're probably going for a 3 in this one, but you know, quick 2 and a foul, we can get that off, but you got to go full court off the free throws, that's all.
Let's see what happens here. Telfa. Tamatia needs to put up the shot. They want to get it to Tuta. It's been blocked. That's got the job done for Hawke's Bay. What a win for them. They were 12-0 down at the end of the first quarter. No one in the stadium would have picked the Hawks to win this, but they have. 32-29.
On the road, showing a whole lot of character, just like they've been doing all season, man. So hats off to the Hawks, hanging tough. Did not score in the first quarter and come back and thug that one out on the road. Man, hats off. Well done.
Very good indeed. 32-29 as we check out the Chemist Warehouse stats. And what about Isaac Allen off the bench, Lindsay?
Mr. Allen again, knocking them down from 3, getting to the hoop, making me feel a whole lot better about what went down last year with my group. Hell of a game. MVP.
Yeah, easily was Isaac Allen. Remember, he didn't even start. I tell you, he topped the rebound count as well.
Right in there as well, along with Telfa. But yeah, Mr. Allen and Ezra Eagle was solid the whole game as well. You know, great decision making, great defense.
Gutsy efforts from Telfa. Of course, we expect nothing less. Ryder Moore again off the bench for Hawke's Bay in that game.
4 assists, you know what I mean, and some big finishes late, but 4 assists again in a game that length is very impressive. Ryder Moore with a block. Mr. Allen's in there again. He's MVP, man.
Ryder Moore, but Ryder Moore with those assists, 4 assists, 3 rebounds, 4 points. So both bench players doing brilliantly for Hawke's Bay in that game. And there were, how many steals there? 6 steals in the game, with Bailey topping them with 2. Well, there we are. That wraps up the Sky Broadband Rapid League game. Certainly intriguing. And let's hope for another intriguing game coming in about 20 minutes here on Sky Sport. We've got the NZNBL game between these two teams, very evenly matched. Looking forward to this one, tipping off at 4 o'clock. We hope you can join us then.
few people down on this side. Right inside on three. Even if you're in the sponsors here, even if you're just here for the free beers, I need you to make some noise. And 3, 2, 1. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Now let's try it all together, I reckon. Try it all together. Right side, left side, on three. 1, 2, 3. We can go a little bit further there, Taranaki. All right, we'll do it one more time. 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Make some noise. Oh, there we go. I see a bunch of girls over there just absolutely screaming. That's what we need. We need that 4 quarters, Taranaki. This right side here is pretty loud. I reckon we need to find the die-hard fans. I'm going to ask some questions. Get in. You reckon, where's the die-hard fans? Where's the die-hard fans? Get in. I'm following you. We're going mobile. You a die-hard fan? Who's your favourite player? Winston Bailey. He had an absolute game last time. How many points do you reckon he's going to score? 21 points, Winston Bailey. I like that. Where's the other fans? We've got some at the back here. What about these guys? Going mobile. Here we go. All right, boys. What team are you guys? You're from the basketball, mate. Future's done that here. Who's your favourite player anyway? Carlton Davidson. All right, he's had an absolute amazing season. How many points is he scoring? 20 points. Carlton Davidson. That's humble. All right, boys. Can you make some noise and three for me? I need you guys to be die. All right. 3, 2, 1. Oh gosh, they really blown the PA. Well done, boys. Well done. We've got some other fans down there. You should go and check with them. There we go. Let's go see these guys. Oh, we've got some die-hard fans. What's your name, baby? Charlie? How many, who's your favourite player? Carlton Davidson. Not two people for Carlton Davidson. I respect that. Did you hear the Weekmix triathlon the other day? You didn't see Carlton here? Oh, that's all right. How many points do you reckon he scored? 30 points. That's more like it. All right. We'll talk to one more die-hard fan. One more. Who's die-hard? Up here. Who's up here? Anyone? Who's the die-hard fan? Right at the top. All right. We're going to the Thomas Park TSP Stadium. She's got the ears moved on as well. I love to see it. What's your name? Melody. Who's your favourite player, Melody? Oh, Carlton Davidson. It seems to be pretty goddamn popular.
Kia ora te whanau. This is TSB Stadium here in New Plymouth. It's round 3 of the NZNBL, and we have a great matchup coming between Taranaki and Hawke's Bay. Both teams going pretty well in the NBL to start the season. The Airs are 2-1, they're in 6th place, and the Hawks are 3-1 in 3rd. Glenn Lama with the call. Former Tall Black point guard Lindsay Tate is with me for this one, and this is going to be a fascinating clash. Hawke's Bay have been the surprising achievers so far in the season, can go back to the top of the table if they get the job done here, but Taranaki have got some very impressive players in there as we get to the mixandpick.com poll, Lindsay, and no surprise. Well, in fact, what is your reaction to the Airs cleaning up in the poll so far?
Well, as usual, you know, people are looking over the Hawks, who are at the top of the table right now, but they're a young crew, so people are looking at that. But just like we've seen in the Rapid League, I wouldn't hold these dudes short. You know, I think that's a little bit out of whack right now, but that's why we step between the lines and we play.
The Rapid League was really interesting. Of course, Hawke's Bay were down 12-0 in that game a short time ago. It still won the game. Very impressive. And there is Hawke's Bay in 3rd place at the moment. They're 3 wins over the Panthers, the Jets, and a very good win over the Bulls. Their only loss to Otago has them in 3rd place. Taranaki there in 6th, as you can see. 2 wins over the Saints, double overtime. They smashed it to Tuatara, lost to the Manawatu Jets, who are just behind them in 7th place at the moment.
Yeah, still early days in the piece, you know, but I think the Hawks are definitely overachieving, and Taranaki is on the rise this season with Carlin Davidson.
We've got a double header coming up today, of course. Following this one, we have the Sharks and Invercargill in action against the Manawatu Jets, and then we have a big double header tomorrow. Tuatara hosting the Giants, but I think all eyes are going to be on that one at 2 o'clock tomorrow between the Canterbury Rams and the Wellington Saints.
Yeah, a couple of historically great teams there, so be tuning in to see who comes out on top on that one. Saints-Rams.
Fascinating. Here is the starting 5 for the Hawke's Bay team. No changes from their last win. Kobe Kara, Campbell Scott, Jackson Ball, Clifton Bush, and Daniel Cowart, the American. Let's hear from their coach, Kane Hook-Young.
Hawks are on a roll to start the season, mate. What's been clicking for the squad early on?
We got started early with our local group, so the makeup of our team right now is youngsters, a lot of youngsters that are from the Bay, so we started working with them towards the end of last year, building habits, building the belief in themselves to be on the NBL stage, and developing just connectedness on the court. That rolled into the season, and it's just meant that they've been able to rely on the things we've worked on in their off-season.
Harry Froling, Carl Davison, they're 2 big players, obviously offensively for the Airs here. What do you have to do to kind of shut them down today?
Yeah, Harry, really impressive skill set, can play close to the rim, can play outside the perimeter, so I think a really big thing for us is limiting where his strengths are, and trying to keep him away from offensive boards or keep him away from paint touches. With Carlin, it's a different beast, super athletic, plays above the rim, but he's just added a 3-point shot to his repertoire as of late. So it's just trying to force him into positions where he's not as in control as what he would normally be, taking away his freedom as much as we possibly can. Yeah, big challenge.
Thanks, Kane. Good luck.
Yeah, Kane Hook-Young has done a great job with the Hawks in the absence of head coach Sam Gruggan, who's about to re-enter the fray. Let's have a look at the starting 5 for Taranaki. Carlin Davidson, Armin Fletcher, Harry Froling, Jack Andrew, and Owen Foxwell. It's a stacked starting 5 for their coach Sam McKinnon.
You've had some back and forth games to start the season. What's the message to the team today to kind of get things going?
Yeah, I think we've had a good week of training, so we've been able to build on that inconsistency, so understanding what each other does. So I think you'll see a way better performance today.
How important is it to set the tone against the Hawks? They're, you know, a good team, they're on fire today, and how do you get going early?
Yeah, the young core's been doing a great job without all their, I guess, imports coming in. Yeah, so we just got to match their intensity. They really run the ball in transition, so our D-trans has got to be on point. We can't allow them any easy baskets and make them earn it in the half court.
Cheers, Sam. All the best.
No worries.
An intriguing matchup coming for sure in this game as we a nice little crowd building up here at TSB Stadium. So at the moment, Taranaki actually outscoring The Hawks just, not much in the air, but there's a bigger difference in the rebounds, isn't there? And that battle inside is going to be really interesting. Froling v. Coward.
Yeah, a lot of talk during the week about the size discrepancy. You know, both teams can put numbers on the board, but Taranaki's obviously a very big team and Hawke's Bay are quite young, so it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. You know, Keeley, the big long boy, he's going to have his work cut out for him this evening against some of these big bodies, especially Froling.
Froling and Coward both averaging double-doubles so far in this league so far. And then we have Davison against Ball. Don't know if it's a head-to-head so much because they're very different players, aren't they, Lindsay?
It is, yeah, not necessarily matching up, but definitely if you're talking about, you know, two kind of young guns coming through, and Jackson Ball's a prodigy. Carlin Davison is one of the, you know, top kids in here that's coming through. It's going to be exciting to see these boys rock this evening.
Yeah, I must mention to Crystal Ledger-Walker last weekend that the improvement in Jackson Ball in the offseason is just staggering.
Yeah, unreal. I mean, he really is a prodigy in regards to, you know, his age and what he's doing out there right now. Pretty impressive to see his development and growth in such a short time frame.
The officials, as we get set again for tip-off in just a few moments for you. Yeah, Davison averaging 28 points per game, Ball 29 at the moment, and the Airs just dropping a percentage point there, 63%, but most of you on the mixandpick.com poll think the Airs are going to get it done. In this one, on paper you might say yes, but I would have said there was no way the Hawks would have beaten the Bulls last weekend in Pukekohe, but they did.
This is right, and if we were just watching Rapid League earlier after the first quarter when they didn't score, you wouldn't have picked the Hawks to get up either, but they continually like shooting down all of these expectations and whatnot, so that's why we step between the lines.
Exactly, which is a great tick next to Kane Hawk-Young. He's done a fantastic job in getting his team ready in the absence of head coach Sam Gruggan, who's about to come back from the Illawarra Hawks. And we'll talk a little bit more about that because there are some decent players about to join the Hawks in the next 7 days.
Potentially got their two top players coming in soon from the Illawarra Hawks to join the team. And great job by Coach Hokianga. He spoke to it earlier in his interview about how he spent like a long time early in the preseason getting this group early to weather the storm until they got, you know, some of these superstars who they're about to add with Greeter and
Dan Greeter and Swakala Bullock as well.
Swakala Bullock, he is a beast.
Yeah, and they're backed up by the D player, Luca Yates, as well. So 3 of the champion Illawarra Hawks team are coming to Napier. It's exciting.
And coach.
And the coach,
well.
assistant coach of the Hawks is coming to head coach again. Exciting.
And they're already tracking upwards, so yeah, very exciting times down in the Bay.
But none of that is on the minds of the starting 5 for the Hawke's Bay team. All they want to do is get the job done again.
And Glenn, you can see just as they're, you know, dapting up here, you can see there is definitely a size discrepancy amongst these two teams right now. Taranaki look visibly bigger than Hawke's Bay stepping out here right now.
Sure do, especially with Froling and Jack Andrew. Both of them are big men, and of course, it's notwithstanding the exploits of Carlin Davis and Amon Fletcher either.
And man, it's great to see Mr. Froling out here after everything he's had to navigate. You know, I read a little article on him. I wasn't actually up on that until recently, and it's beautiful to see him back out here playing, man. Salute to you, sir. Well done.
Yeah, and not only that, but following his brother, who was at this team last year as well.
Absolutely.
Really cool.
And just watching all that play out, you know, he helped carry that team this year and had to sit down, and they still got it done for him. So exciting times for their whānau.
Absolutely.
The abominable snowman's in the building.
It's not even cold either. So we're underway here. Taranaki in their black and yellow or amber strip, and Hawke's Bay in the white for this one. There's Foxwell straight away lures a foul out of Coward, I think.
Yeah, and Mike, you'll like that if you're Taranaki, you know, downhill, and they get one straight away on one of, if not their best player right now. So that's a great little play from Taranaki to get the ball rolling.
Yeah, especially on Coward. They want to get him in foul trouble. He's a big, solid man. And he was a wonder. He's got wonderful hands and vision as well.
Yes, and again, smart play, Foxwell and Andrew being around the ANBL a little bit and just getting something downhill to put him under pressure to start the game.
So 1 from 2 from the Chemist Warehouse stripe straight away for Foxwell. Cowart. Here's Cowart at his best. And it's gone out, and it's going to be Taranaki ball.
Cowart, a very skilled big. Very skilled big. He's shown the ability to shoot from the perimeter, and like he just did there, shot fake and get to the ring and create.
He's from Arizona, 26 years of age, experience in Chile, Mexico, Kosovo, Israel, now New Zealand as Foxwell comes down court again. Davison, ooh, well read by Bush. And here comes Cowart. Ball with his first shot of the game. And it's short, ended up being a great pass to Bush, maybe, as he was fouled.
Yeah, and Bush has been bringing great energy for this group and got on the boards there, and he'll get to the line for a couple. So great to see early on again the son of one of the legends that played out here, Cliffy Bush Sr., too small.
And Bush with 12 points per game in the 4 games the Hawks have played. 8 rebounds a game too.
It seems like a real emotional leader for this group, you know, young group, and they've been around him a little bit, maybe a year older than some of them, so they really feed off him, which is cool to see. Local product.
Davison with the rebound. So free throw each so far to start this one. Fox will be marked by Scott. He's a competitor as well. Davison. Can't nail that jumper. Froling with the offensive rebound, and he's fouled. Oh no, he's called for steps, in fact.
He's a big, skilled boy in there getting his hand on the ball. Didn't like that call, but great to see him on the boards. Love that matchup too early on. Cliffy Bush Jr. and Carlin. They would have seen each other a lot during juniors.
Hello, I think we've got a technical foul against Harry Froling, who was just livid at that call.
He wasn't happy.
So Cowart going to the line.
Just letting off a little bit of steam early.
Cowart misses the free throw, but Hawke's Bay will still keep possession, of course. It feels like there's a bit of nervous tension, energy, intensity in the air at the moment. The way these two teams have started.
You're right, just like a boxing fight, just feeling each other out early. Couple jabs.
Cowart.
Good D.
This is his second shot, and there's Davison. Oh, poor pass from Davison that time. Bush picks it up for Hawke's Bay. Jackson ball over to Cowart. Settles himself for Oodle for the 3. Can't nail it. And it's picked up by the Bay again.
Oh, boards keeping the Bay here. Extra possessions early on.
Cowart again, they're still going to him as he rolls that one in down. Al Cowart, there's
nice.
2 points. He's got beautiful hands.
He is really nice, and respectfully, I think if he was in probably slightly better basketball shape right now, he'd probably be playing in one of these top leagues around the world when I look at his skill set. So that'll be interesting to watch.
It's good hustle there from Jack Andrew to tip it in, level the scores.
Jack Andrews looking great right now. His body, his movement, he's really looks like he's learnt a lot as a DP.
What about that pass to Jackson Ball?
Beautiful pass, beautiful cut from the prodigy Jackson Ball. Later, man. Is he averaging 29, you said?
29 a game, yeah. Of course, he got 40 in the first game. Davison drives. Nice kick-out pass to Foxwell. And here's Cowart with the rebound. Oh, there's that beautiful outlet pass. Oh, Foxwell was back, though, this time.
Yeah, they've obviously looked at the scout, He's really good at throwing those long outlets.
Froling gets his hands on the ball. He says it's stripped out of his hands. Now Fletcher. It's an untidy possession for Taranaki, but it's 3 points nonetheless.
Man, they're a big crew, man. Fletcher, Froling, Davidson, Andrews. They're going to be a problem banging around in there all day.
And not only today, too, they're going to be a problem all season for most teams. Scott.
A little bit deep on that one. Lucky to get that one back.
It's Cowart again. Shot clock down to 2. Cowart's had it blocked. Nice one by Jack Andrew. Here comes Froling. Foxwell again. Can't get the roll-away pass over to Froling and Jack Andrew from long range.
And there he is, Jack Andrew. Spent a couple years as a D player in the Aussie League, and looks like it's done wonders for his game and his body. He's playing really lights out right now.
He was in the Wildcats for a couple of years, hasn't he? And here's Scott. Didn't want to take the shot.
I'd like to see him get aggressive in that pocket, make himself a threat.
Here's Ball working off that screen from Cowart, but it's been picked by Taranaki. Beautiful pass, and there's Foxwell. 2 more, and it's going to be a timeout, surely for Hawke's Bay. No, Kane Hokianga. He's backing his players to turn it around.
He's weathering the storm here, but great D and great find by Carlin on that one. Little breakout.
Little lead for Taranaki early in this one, 6-point game. Jackson Ball, oof, just overcooked the layup. Froling with the pass. Foxwell again, here's Davison. And there's a foul against Kobe Kara.
Getting hurt a little bit in transition here early on the Hawks, and oh, the luxury of Carlin Davidson to just catch the ball and jump. That would be fun.
Hit the floor hard there, Davison, but he'll be all right.
He jumped so high.
Concerning number of fouls being conceded at the moment too by Hawke's Bay. As we see Carlin Davison at the free throw line. Chemist Warehouse stripe. Here is the second free throw. That's the second one. A few free throws being missed by both teams at the moment.
Quick blow here for Carlin, and you can see him talking to the legend Sam McKinnon, and we were talking earlier, Glenn, if Carlin's smart, he'll be picking every ounce of knowledge out of that bag from Sam, who was a legend and played similar position and style. Real lucky to have him working with him right now.
Scott misses the three, so Telfer checks in for Davison. Hawke's Bay a bit cold early in this game. Telfer can't nail the three, and it's been tipped into the hands of Cowart. Kara.
Cowart just controlling the pace right there.
Ball.
Nice find.
Kara can't nail the three though. And there's a pushing foul from Scott Telfer.
Even though Kobe didn't knock that one down, you love the read by Jackson Ball. You know, someone who's obviously a really good scorer at such a young age, but happy to make the right play, which is really important for his development. So that's really nice to see.
Good for the years so far, isn't it? Fletcher with three. Andrew and Foxwell with 3 points as well. Is that foul on Campbell Scott by Telfer? Cowart. Oh, brilliant from Scott. Kara over to Jacob Murphy. He's into the game now. And rebounded by Foxwell.
Yeah, they dodged the bullet there. They don't want to leave Mr. Murphy open. He got hit hot last game and brought them right back.
Froling and Cowart. That is going to be a bruising battle all day, isn't it?
Man, that's a beautiful move. He got in there so easy and laid him down. Great to see him back out here running around, Mr. Froling.
What do you reckon? That's 250 kilos just about.
But skillful, you know, real
beef.
Skillful. He's not just bullying him.
Oh, Murphy.
Beautiful little runner.
It's like watching Lindsay Tate back in the day
I
right
wish.
there.
I wish.
Love
That's
it.
Nice.
Just need a basket for the Hawks though, isn't it?
Stop the bleeding, cut it to 7 here. No timeouts by coach, just trusting his players. Oh, okay.
Rolling. The mid-range jumper.
Andrew on them boards. Cowart again, coming up with another board. Great cut by Jackson Ball. Really good. I mean, it's easy when you're a scorer coming out of those corners to have the defenses being aggressive, but really good at making them back cuts, Jackson Ball, on that baseline.
What about the pass from Cowart though?
Cowart's really good at throwing it behind people's knees as well, which is rare for a big. Ezra Eagle also pretty good at those bigs, you know, finding those little pocket passes.
Cowart, I mean, that was a high-risk pass. It has to be perfect.
It does.
It has to be perfect.
Ezra Eagle checking in here to the game.
Eagle has been, he's in his rookie season. He's just 17. He's been getting 12 minutes a game.
Yeah, from down Hawke's Bay. Came up to school here in Auckland at Dilworth. Great young man. Going back home to ply his trade. So cool to see he is out here back home. Always represented Hawke's Bay when he was up in Auckland.
Ball with the inbound pass. Good defensive pressure again from Taranaki. Murphy. Even though he didn't catch that there, Lindsay, it was an important play from him.
Yeah, way to not give up on the play. You know, a little bit loose with the ball right now, the Hawks. They'll have to tighten up a little bit, but well done, Murphy, not giving an easy one up there.
Taranaki suffocating them at the moment.
Hawke's Bay is not going to stop playing. If I've learned anything off these first 3-4 games of watching them, they're going to keep coming the whole game.
Telfer for three. That was a sweet shot from the corner. This is a big lead for Taranaki early in this one.
It is, and still no timeout here from Hokie. Just letting them figure it out on the fly, the young boys.
Ball. Can't nail the three. And
great box out by Telfer there.
Well done to Foxwell. Raced over and got the rebound too.
Him and Andrew like playing out of that middle on ball together.
Worked beautifully into
right into the smile.
Oh, he missed the second again, but Bailey missed that one.
And there's that size discrepancy, you know. 3 gimmies that they missed, and they're still going to go to the line with the 4th. So there we call gang rebounding. Hawke's Bay's going to have to get in and get a hit and get down there. Otherwise, it's going to be a long night this evening with all the size out there for the Mountaineers.
Davison checks back in on the rotation for Andrew.
Yeah, probably the bounciest guy in the competition subs back in.
Yeah, Bailey. Back to Foxwell. 10-point game already for Taranaki. Exeter for 3. It's 13 now.
Yeah, and Jackson Ball just a little bit deep on that help there. Can't help one pass away. Got punished.
13-point game. Hawke's Bay chasing Taranaki big time already. Scott. Shot clock down to single figures. Working off Keeley. Scott for 3. That was a much needed basket for the Bay.
Yeah, big hit. Not the most conventional play there, but big hit there by Scott. Great find.
Love the acceleration for Exeter again, who rolls in a second three-pointer in a row.
Catchy. No play needed there. Just got the step on him, seen chest, found the corner wide open. Highest percentage shot in the game. Corner 3. 6
points for Jack Exeter. Must have been ruled a 2. Must have had his toenail on the line. 22-10's the score as we see Scott.
Taranaki
get it to
happy
Keeley.
switch.
Oh, what about that play?
The accidental alley-oop. That was impressive.
Beautiful pass from Campbell. Scott.
Oh.
Here's Foxwell looking for that same play again, but this time he's fouled.
That was subtle, just put him to sleep with a little in and out. He's crafty with the lefty, so different angles. We'll get to the line here.
I gotta say, the last time they played without Foxwell, looked a bit sluggish, Taranaki against Manawatu that day. Now Foxwell's back in there. They look more energetic and more, they just look a better all-round unit with him on the floor.
You can see Sammy Mack's got his point guard out there right now. You know, he's controlling the pace, he's steering the ship. I really like what this young man's bringing to this group. You can see that he's helping all that size. He steers it around.
Just 21 years of age is Owen Foxwell. Just got a full season under his belt, the Phoenix. Jacob Murphy rolls one in for Hawke's Bay.
Murphy, another great take there. Went straight at Bailey in transition for the easy lay.
Hawke's Bay getting a few more baskets now. Foxwell again. Lane opens up for Owen Foxwell. Tipped in by Bailey.
Mr. Bailey on the O boards again. There's that size. Hawke's Bay's got to sink in and gets hits. Otherwise, they're going to keep giving up extra possessions.
Still an 11-point game with about 90 seconds left. Eagle. Harry Keeley back to Scott. Scott. Oof. Travel call against Campbell Scott. Carlin Davison said, "Get out of my face."
That was a tough one there. Young fella will have a quick blow.
It's been a tough quarter for Hawke's Bay. Still not over yet. Now Exeter running the floor with Foxwell off for Fletcher, who's come back into the game. Fletcher for 3. And it's picked up by Ball. Jackson Ball, just 2 points so far in the first half. Beautiful pass to Bush. Why didn't he slam it?
There's that backdoor cut again. That was Ezra Eagle, but he just left that one. He'd want that one back because Cliffy's got some bounce.
And the ears make them pay with that basket.
And just the easy one from him. Nice there. Caught it in the smile, kept it nice and high and laid it down.
Last week, Bush slammed that one home.
He did, to put them to sleep. Important position here for the Hawks.
Murphy. In and out. But there's a whistle. And I think that's going to be a foul.
Like you said with Foxwell just and Taranaki, they just look a little bit more organized, Glenn, when they advance the ball over the half. You know, 14 points right now. I'm sure Coach Hokianga will be talking a lot at the quarter about getting organized and getting into some stuff so that they know where the shots are coming from and they can get onto these O boards themselves.
So Murphy goes to the line.
Definitely a bright light for them in this first quarter, Mr. Murphy. He's always bringing energy and put some points on the board as well.
Great numbers from 11 points per game, 21 minutes a game, 75% from the Chemist Warehouse stripe, although he misses that one. And he's also chiming in with 4 rebounds. He's just a hustler.
Yeah, man, that's great numbers in the amount of time that he's out there on the court. And you can tell just by the eye test, he influences the game.
Foxwell over to Davison.
Oh.
He takes steps there.
It's a power hop.
It's a Fletcher. Here's Froling.
They need to send a double on that one.
And they did well. Fletcher with 4 on the shot clock.
Oh, that was right down.
So Hawke's Bay got 3.5 seconds here. Ball's got to put it up from halfway. Ooh. Got me out of my seat there just for a second, didn't it? 27-15. Very nice quarter for the Taranaki Years. They are up by 12 at the end of the first quarter. It is quarter time here at the NZNBL Round 3 clash here in New Plymouth, and it is Taranaki leading Hawke's Bay 27-15. Large Fire Island pizza $39.99. Get into it, folks. Scan the QR code. That pizza is valid until Tuesday. What price of that pizza is valid until Tuesday? It's a lot of pizza for $40.
That's me on the way home.
Yeah, man. What a great idea.
I'm sure my sons will be totally fine with that idea.
27-15. It's been an interesting quarter for Taranaki. It's bullied their way to the lead, haven't they?
Yeah, nice to be back home. Nice to be big and older, and they've imposed themselves on this game early. Be interesting to see how Hawke's Bay punches back in the second quarter.
Bush from the free throw line. Out of the first one, so second quarter underway. Here's Froling.
I like how he's comfortable just taking it off the ring there, the big fella. I like that.
Fletcher.
Nice action.
Fox will back out there. The big, beautiful pass. Davison for 3. Rattles it in for 3. His first triple of the game.
Oh, and he's added that to his package by the looks of things. Growing confidence with his perimeter game. And if Carlin Davidson adds a 3 to his game, he is going to be a serious problem. Not just here, in other leagues around the world and internationally.
4 points. Here's Cowart for 3.
Good look.
It was a good look. Foxwell with the rebound. 15-point game. This is getting serious for Hawke's Bay. Foxwell, look at the lane open right up there. That was too easy.
And as you alluded to earlier, Glenn, you can just see he's killing them softly. He's playing at his pace. He's getting to where he wants to go. He's steering the ship. Really like what he's bringing to this group right now.
Yeah, lovely, serious injection of pace. These threes are not dropping for Hawke's Bay, are they? 1 for 11 in the game so far. Fletcher into Froling. He didn't post up on the big fella as we see Davison. Real fight for the ball, and I think it's going to go against Jackson Ball.
That was a tough one. Kind of tussling for it there, but yep, looks like Mr. Ball got caught for that one.
Danielle Coog was right there. Davison. See ya.
Beautiful. They just elevate off the spot there. I don't know if everyone knows how hard that is to do, but just jump vertically up like that. But that's athleticism right there.
6 points in the game for Carlin Davison. Here's Scott.
You can see here they're not letting Scott use that middle on-ball screen.
Ball with a turnaround three is away. All Hawke's Bay are doing is going for long-range shots at the moment.
Yeah, a lot of perimeter-oriented stuff here. Would love to see them get some paint touches, whether it's off the bounce or the pass. But this is all learnings for a young Hawks team. Again, still to add their coach and 2 of their main pieces.
Taranaki 5 from 11. 3-point line. Here's Fletcher going baseline. Two more.
That's a pretty finish. Hit him with a little up and under there. Smooth with it.
Yeah, so they're shooting at 45% from the three-point line. Hawke's Bay, 8% from the three-point line. Cowart tries again, and he's missed again. Davison's had it pinched out of his hands by Ball. Good hustle by Jackson Ball.
Good D.
Cowart's had it stripped out of his hands, and here's Froling. Oh! Davison's foul.
Oh, it's getting a little bit loose here.
What do you do if you're Kane Hokianga? Surely you put a pause button on the game, and they are.
Just what he's done here.
Now, this is a big scoreline against them. And Taranaki really flexing their muscles here.
Yeah, and again, probably to be expected. You know, I think this team has been doing great early on the season, but probably overachieving a little bit. So, you know, this is all part of it for the Hawks. They've got to work through these moments while they wait to add some of their major pieces. This is all part of it for them.
And their major pieces are coming very soon, in the next 7 days. But this team here, they made a statement early in their first game, didn't they, with that double overtime win in Wellington. Couldn't back it up against Manawatu a few days later.
Drop one against Manawatu, you're right, but you know, I think you can see early on that this group with this coaching staff, they're going to be a problem, Taranaki, if they get their stuff together, and they look like early on they've already done that. So I'd say Coach Sammy Mack would have it on them early that they're going to come home and show what they're about here early, at home and on TV, and that's exactly what they've done.
They've got offensive threats and weapons everywhere.
And a lot of size as well, so it's nice to see that balance between, you know, Foxwell steering the ship, Carlin on the wing, and all these big boys banging around in size.
Just check Jack Andrew back into the game, who's nice and rested after his first quarter. He comes back into the game on 5 points and 4 rebounds. And a very strong start. In fact, all these Taranaki players have made very strong start, Lindsay.
Yeah, across the board, it's a pretty balanced output right here, all the way across the board. So they'll want to continue to do that throughout, not just throughout the game, but throughout the season.
Davison 1 for 2 from the Chemist Warehouse line from that visit. 22-point game. Long way to go. Long way for Hawke's Bay to come back. Someone's going to have to get super hot. They're just being totally outplayed at both ends of the court at the moment. Now Murphy.
He fumbled that one.
Murphy, no foul on Fletcher, and here comes the ears again. Foxwell. Nice pass, beautifully delayed to Andrew. Gets his own rebound, and he's going to the line for an and one.
A beautiful pocket pass there by Foxwell, and you can see why Andrew, it's almost like he's playing against, when he is, you know, guys that are slightly younger than him, you know, they're getting 2-3 looks every time. Tough one right now for Hawke's Bay. Some big boys in there.
Andrew to complete the three-point play, which he does. 8 points.
Super valuable when your bigs can go to the line and knock down their free throws as well. Froling and Mr. Andrew. Great hands by Foxwell.
Oh, gee whiz, it's all going from bad to worse for Hawke's Bay. Foxwell, 2 more. And would you believe, going back through the score, it is no points to Hawke's Bay in this quarter until right now, Clifton Bush. There was a whistle beforehand, though.
There was that dunk you were asking for, though. We've seen that, Cliffy. We see you now. We need that every time. No more lays on that baseline. We dunk in everything. Not sure what that call was.
Taranaki outscoring Hawke's Bay 15-0 in this second period.
I'm sure they would have taken that dunk over that foul call right there.
Coward trying to find his way to them, can't do so.
And I like that they at least got a paint touch there. We'll take that.
Froling. Davison again. Getting around Bush. Just overcooking the lad, but Jack Andrew tidies up.
It's just bully ball right now for Taranaki. Everything is in the smile, at the paint, at the ring, just playing through contact. And Hawke's Bay really struggling right now to stop the bleeding.
17-0 in this quarter. Hawke's Bay, nothing for them so far in these first 4 minutes. Scott with the rebound. Murphy can't get it off. Jack Andrew, it's going to go against Andrew.
I think even Murphy was having a little bit of a laugh there on that one. We'll take it, though. We'll take it in these games. We'll take anything that's coming this way.
The margin is 29, Lindsay. Wow.
Again, though, Glenn, I would say if there's one thing that this Hawks group is showing us, they will not quit. They will keep coming. So
nothing is going right for them. Beautiful pass. And Fletcher.
Okay, a little showtime right now. We're getting loose. Beautiful pass by Carlin.
Fletcher is up to 7 points. Even that pass was close to being stolen by Foxwell and Telfer. This is just slice and dice time. Here's Davison. Fletcher from the corner. Bush with the rebound. Murphy. Nice pass. And Campbell Scott still can't get the layup to drop. This is extraordinary.
Back and forth here. Good find.
Oof.
It's a little bit too high. It's the right read, though.
Andrew was tall, but not quite that tall. Here's Coward. And it still doesn't drop for Darnell Coward. They are 6 for 29 from the field in the game, Hawke's Bay. 21%. Taranaki shooting the ball at 51%.
Lucky here, you know, I think they needed that foul call just to catch their breath, and Jacksonville can get through. They can get a couple bodies in, so blessing in disguise there. Time to regroup.
I'm sure you've been in situations like this, Lindsay. First, what's going through the players' heads for Hawke's Bay here? What do you reckon?
I definitely have. You're kind of caught. It's like being caught in a wave. If you're surfing and getting dumped, you know, at some point you kind of got to find your way back to the top, acknowledge that you're being dumped, and start working your way out of it and not swimming against the rip, which is kind of what they're doing here. So small wins, you know. Let's try and get 3 stops in a row. Let's try and cut the lead to 20, things of that nature. Just chip away and win that way. Win the position.
Those free throws from the Chemist Warehouse stripe. That was a lovely move from Jackson Ball. With the first points of the quarter. Took 5 minutes and 5 seconds.
You know, and I like this, you know, stop the clock, have a little huddle, you know, stop the bleeding. Let's get a stop, let's come down, let's get a score, chip away, chip away.
That scoring run, by the way, for Taranaki was 19.
It's a big run. It's a huge run.
Ball with his first visit to the Chemist Warehouse line in the game.
And again, young Jackson Ball, like averaging 29 this early in the season. I think it's natural that, you know, teams are going to start scouting him, and the next part of his evolution is going to be playing through scouts and playing through teams, knowing his tendencies and things of that nature. So it's going to be great for his learning and his overall development. Look like a 2-3 zone here for the Hawks. Different look.
Davison.
Probably could have gone to this a little bit earlier.
Jack Andrew, I think that's come off Telfer, and it has. Yes, all of a sudden, we saw some hesitancy in that offensive play by Taranaki.
He goes, clogged it up a little bit, you know, got to stop there straight away, save a little bit of leg. So maybe we'll see a little bit more zone moving forward for the Hawks here, stop the bleeding a little bit.
Fair play to Taranaki. Can't take anything away from them as that came off Andrew. It's still going to be Hawke's Bay ball with 17 on the shot clock.
I really like what I've seen from Andrew early in the season, his demeanor, his body, his game, all of that. So it'll be interesting to see if the New Zealand selectors are paying attention to the big fella.
10 points and 7 rebounds already.
And quietly, you never see him complaining or asking for more.
Ball for 3, just missing. Davison with the rebound. Here comes Taranaki at their strongest again. Ball in transition, beautiful pass from Bailey to Telfer. Oh, don't know about that. I reckon Allen might have just pinched back in the court there.
It's been interesting, but as big as they are, I feel like Taranaki's actually playing with more pace right now. So transition is another one that the Hawks are going to have to clean up on.
Bailey off the left hand.
Both boards.
Here's Froling for 3. Harry Froling showing us that skill set. Back to a 30-point game. Jackson ball over to Eagle for 3. Too many Ayers players trying to get that ball for the rebound. It's Davison.
And it's the right read there, Glenn, by Jackson and Ezra, but unfortunately, you know, with so much stuff on the perimeter, sometimes you might just want to see them put that thing on the ground and get feet in the paint, get something at the ring, as opposed to just firing up 3, especially if the percentages aren't playing in our favor.
Still through 3:30 to go until halftime. Bush left wide open for 3, and he's thrown an air ball. Travel call against Carlin Davison. Maybe that's a bit of payback from the one they missed earlier. Lindsay, what do you reckon?
Yeah, little makeup, could be right. Easier to take when you're up 30.
Here's ball. Coward hasn't got going in the game at all. Hawke's Bay definitely need Darnell Coward to get going. As does Jackson. Ball, lovely delayed layup. That's just basketball IQ right there.
And once again, Jackson Ball and Coward playing out of the corner. That's maybe the 3rd or 4th backdoor that they've got to. I'm hopeful that these boys are smart enough to figure this one out in the second half and at least make them come to the top of the court.
Ball at the Chemist Warehouse line. A 3-point play, and he gets it. He's got 7 points in the game. Hawke's Bay. He needs stops.
It's that 2-3 zone again. Different look, clogging them up a little bit. And you can see they're less free. That is too easy, though.
Broke that down, didn't they?
I
Easily.
wonder how you get a pass from the top to the hoop with 3 people back there.
Froling, easy 2 points for him. He's up to 9. Coward again, step back 3. Ambitious shot for Darnell Coward.
It's a tough one, like a no-pass offense, just a contested 3. These guys are running down your throat.
Exeter can't get his 3rd 3-pointer in the game. Tough rebound by Coward.
Great outlet.
He's got that beautiful ability. A Bush. Ooh, nice little move there and putback from Clifton Bush. 2 athletes going at it there.
Way to stay with the play there from Clifton Bush. Great O-board. Get that zone set up.
Telfer, nice fake. Coward with the rebound. There's that outlet pass again, asking Bush to do his thing again. Nice recovery.
Yeah, and Cliffy unorthodox, but keeping him in it right here. Bringing that energy as we spoke about earlier. And these makes allow them to get this zone set. A lot harder to do off misses.
Davison. Froling for 3.
Hawks will take that. You know, the biggest dude on the court shooting 3s right now with this score line.
Ball. Go around Froling. Jackson Ball.
You know what, Glenn? I like that. He easily could have shot that 3, but things haven't been going their way, you know? Put that thing on the ground and force Taranaki to call a timeout before the half. So I really like that play there.
Nice little run of points there for Hawke's Bay. It's a 6-0 run as they cut that lead back. It was as large as 31 at one point. Currently, it's still massive. Still 23 points off that layup from Jackson Ball.
Hey, 23 and 31 though, as we said, they're not going to stop, you know, and that's a big chunk coming out of it with 1:40 left, and getting Taranaki to call a timeout is a win. So small wins, you know. Again, we in this timeout, yo, let's cut this thing to 15 before we get to the half. Let's get 2 stops coming out. Little wins for this young group.
It's important they don't drop their heads. Taranaki just dropping their intensity defensively at the moment, do you think, just a little bit with that scoreline?
I mean, if you're Taranaki, it's easy, especially if you're slightly more, you know, older and more experienced, to, you know, let the foot off the gas. But obviously they're going to be talking about, you know, creating habits for the type of group they want to be for the whole season. And I'm sure that they don't want to be an up and down team, so making sure that they finish out not only this game, but first and foremost this quarter the right way.
Leading the scoring at the moment in the game is Taranaki's Jack Andrew at 10. Frolling's got 9. Scoring's very evenly spread. All their starting 5 have got at least 7. And Jackson Ball leading the way for Hawke's Bay 9 at the moment. Cowart's having a tough night. 4 points. A tough game. It's 1 from 10 from the field.
Yeah, defense has really been able to load up on him. And again, 4th game into the season, a little bit more of a scout now. You know players' individual tendencies and what teams are running.
Foxwell gets the screen from Exeter. He's lost it, stone cold. And here comes Bush. Thank you for coming. Clifton Bush with a slammer.
Like that. Back into that zone. Don't be surprised if you see a lot of this in the second half.
Foxwell. That shot, but it's tipped nicely to Davison. Andrews lost it. And I think that's Eagle. He's got the ball.
There's a little bit more of the gang rebounding there by the Hawks, which is just what they need.
Telfer's going to pick up the foul here on Jackson Ball. Well, if Hawke's Bay can come back from this, it would be quite remarkable. 38.8 to play. Mind you, they were 12-0 down, folks, at the end of the first quarter in the Rapid League game, and still won.
And that play there, I mean, you're talking about a high school kid that knows that they're in the bonus. You know, he puts a guy on his hip, and he gets to the free throw line for 2 free throws. Subtle play, but big play from Jackson Ball there to get to the line.
The second one from the Chemist Warehouse strike.
20 points.
Yeah.
Just like that. It was like 30 plus not too long ago. So this is a win right now if you're a young Hawks team going into the half. Gives you something to build off.
Still a couple of plays left in this first half. Exeter. Davison.
Playing that mental confidence game.
Foxwell can't bury the three. Oh, where did Andrew come from?
Oh, boards all over there. He's been there all game on them boards. Last position here.
I think so. Coward. Move on, Andrew. Now Coward's not falling for him in this game. Now Taranaki can really ice this quarter with another basket here. Andrew! And there's a foul. And it's going to go against Isaac Allen. Before the buzzer.
Great find by Foxwell. Just tapped it on his forehead. Straight bullet down to his chest in the middle of the court. He's going to get to the line for a couple free throws to end this quarter.
There should still be some time on the clock, shouldn't there be?
I believe so. I think that foul took place before the quarter ran out. Might see a player timeout here, potentially.
See what happens here. They're just trying to sort it out now. But this is Jack Andrews, certainly one of the stars of the first half. His numbers are brilliant. He's 1 rebound off a double-double before half-time. Yeah. So got 12 points and 9 rebounds. So 1 second left. 2 shots coming from the Chemist Warehouse stripe here for Andrew. was 80 games for the Nuggets between 2020 and last year. Two-time NBL winner. Here's Jack Andrew. That's the second of 4. So BNZ player timeout called there by Ezra Eagle as Hawke's Bay try and cook something up here in this last second. So just reminding you, scan that QR code, get your ticket to the big game, folks. BNZ, proud supporters in the investment of New Zealand basketball nationwide.
So they'll be looking to run something for Jackson Ball here, and if there's any miscommunications, they'll be slipping on it, trying to get something easy.
Ball, was he fouled there? It was no whistle, so it's going to be the end of the half. Magnificent half it's been for Taranaki, who are comfortably in front by 23. It's 54-31. Half-time here in Taranaki at TSB Stadium, and it's the home team, the Taranaki, who are well clear of the Hawke's Bay Hawks in the Cells NBL Round 3 match. 54-31 is the score, and Lindsay Tate, it was all down to that excellent first quarter. They outscored the Hawks by 12, and then they started quarter number 2 in a 19-0 run. It was extraordinary, wasn't it?
Yeah, the Airs came out and jumped on them, and as you can see there from the numbers on the board, Mr. Andrew came out. He's got a double-double going on right now. Big one from a scoring perspective that's jumping out, hurting the Hawks. They're shooting 1 for 20 from the three-point line. 5% is really hurting right now.
That is really ugly, isn't it? 1 for 20 from beyond the arc. Not many of them have been good looks either, Lindsay, have they?
A couple tough ones late. I know you like to see, though, they did get some stuff in the paint, and they got back and they got to get their defense set. So I'm sure Coach Hokianga is talking about that right now on the break.
41 rebounds in the game already for Taranaki to 21. That is massive.
Big size discrepancy in there, you know, and we can see early on that was a lot of that going on. They did a much better job to end the half out there, the Hawks, of dealing with that, but big discrepancy right now.
So no surprise to see all these stats well in favour of Taranaki, and you have to give them credit. They came out of the box straight away, Lindsay, and really put a line in the sand, didn't they?
They did. They wanted to show early on that they're back home and, you know, the type of team they are. And you can see, I think, as you alluded to, having Mr. Foxwell back, you know, steering the ship has been big for them. 6 assists in such a short time is a lot in FIBA. 4 steals as well, all over the stat sheet.
They really are, and it is all looking good for Taranaki. The home crowd here is very happy with that scoreline, 54-31. We'll have the second half for you right after this.
Exciting young prospects here in the region. Maybe we'll see them in the years in some time. How good. Let's make some noise for your Taranaki years coming back to the court. Let's get around the net, Taranaki, one more time. Let's make some noise.
(54-31) it is to Taranaki. We're not too far away from the second half of the match from beginning. Just reminding you too, this is the first of a double header coming in the Cells NBL today. We have the Southland Manawatu game coming at 6:30, and starting with the rapidly game with the Cells NBL game tipping off at 7:30. 41%. Hawks have got some fans out there on the mixandpick.com poll. They still believe they can come back, Lindsay.
They do. I like it. Loyal to the Bay, you know, down there. I played down there. Tough place to play, so they're not jumping ship right now on the young boys.
But the Airs have got it all covered, haven't they? And they've got an excellent point guard. They've got, you know, some really good support. And all starting five players have been excellent. They're getting good support from Exeter, Bailey, Telfer off the bench.
Yeah, from the coaching all the way through. You know, I think if there's one thing, like to see Coach Mack kind of get through some of these guys lower in the bench if it's going to be this much of a, you know, a deficit for them. If not, we'll see how it goes out. Hawke's Bay going to slowly chip away and get these small wins and try and get back into this thing.
Yeah, the fans are happy here in TSB Stadium, and rightly so too. All ages in here on a Saturday afternoon. The years are going, of course, Dom Kelman Portal not playing today either, so there's another pretty serious basketball player waiting in the wings for Taranaki.
Yeah, Dom, real talented, wing big, real good down there in the paint, great footwork and hands. But again,
he's only played the one game though, hasn't he?
He has right now.
Yeah.
Great hair though, always.
Exactly. He is just off the side there. What's today? What's that?
Spider-Man action.
Kind of a maroon kind of colour.
Hi. Shout out assistant coach Drew Green.
So don't forget, remember, I just mentioned that Sharks-Jets game starting at 6:30. Double header coming tomorrow between the Rams and the Saints, and then the Tuatara hosting the Giants. Quick turnaround for them. They were in action last night against Franklin. And then the Airs back in action at home on Wednesday against Canterbury. If the Airs go on and win this game, as they probably should, get bearing the scoreline, and that is shaping as a bit of a humdinger midweek, isn't it?
It will, you know, Rams back-to-back champs. It'll be interesting to see that game, man. I'm looking forward to some of these ones coming up.
So lots of talk on that Hawke's Bay Hawks bench as they try and wrestle their way back into this contest. Lead was 31, then it got down to 20, and then it eased out to 27 again.
One thing we saw that was pretty effective at the end of that second quarter was that zone defense that the Hawks were able to get set on make. So the one thing that was hindering them was putting the ball in the basket to get that zone set. So we'll see what that looks like coming out here to start the third.
Third quarter underway. Taranaki up by 23. Both teams have lost just the once this season. Hawke's Bay with a 3-1 record as Foxwell. Oh, he gets going early.
And right away, you know, you get it to your point guard, execute all the way through and knocks down a three. It's a tough one to start the third if you're the Hawks. And a turnover.
And here comes Fletcher. Davison calling for the alley-oop, but Fletcher goes coast to coast. 5-0 already inside the first 30 seconds.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie, I don't like this for the Hawks. You know, kind of the opposite of how they finished the quarter.
Cowart, strong move, and that's 2 points. I like to see that from Cowart.
Yeah, really like that. A little bit perimeter orientated early on in the game, so that was nice to see him get his shoulders down and get to the ring. Carlin, 9 boards in the first half, quietly. Do not go under him.
Cheapers, Foxwell. Back-to-back threes to start the quarter.
If they keep going under him, he's just going to line them up and knock them down. Going to have to look for a different coverage on that one.
14 points for Foxwell.
I'd love to see his efficiency, super efficient. Jackson Ball working on that baseline again. Cliffy on that baseline.
He's past to Cowart. Couldn't seal it though. Ball rattles in the three. Ball with 13 in the game. All the plus minuses are brilliant for the Taranaki players. Love that little flicker.
That was beautiful, like a, I don't even know what you call that. That was a flicker, yeah. That was great.
A little expert, beautiful pass into ball from Cowett. Kick out to Carter was pretty good too. He rolls it in there, Kobe Carter. Good job. Here's Foxwell again. Carlin Davison looking for some showtime play. Froling for three. First one there for Harry Froling. Now Bush. Nice. Didn't get the roll off the rim, Clifton Bush. Good strong move.
Yeah, and that was nice by the Hawks, you know. They played at their own tempo there, and Bushy getting downhill, getting something in the paint. Definitely better for them right now than these threes that they've been putting up.
Enjoying the matchup between Bush and Davison. It's been good so far.
I am. You know, Carlin's been, by his standards, a little bit quiet offensively from the scoring perspective. But I mean, when you're up this big, I can see what he's doing. He doesn't need to force anything. But I really like seeing this new Cliffy Bush. He's bringing a lot of energy.
He only played one rapidly game last year for Hawke's Bay. Back full time this year.
Yeah, and looks like he's brand new. Looks like he's in better shape. Mentally, he looks like he's in a good place. So it's really cool to see.
Davison for three.
Hey, and right on time, he said, all right, LT, you can get going if you need to. I've been working on that jumper. That's 12.
Second triple of the game. Fletcher's still on the baseline there, so it's still got to be Hawke's Bay ball.
And Carlin Davison, he could be a really special player. You know, obviously God gave him a lot. He's gifted athletically. He's got a great skill set. But, you know, when things start to fall in place like it looks like they are in regards to, you know, his three ball and playing at a higher clip, I'm excited to see this young man for the next couple of years. I really am.
Still only 21.
Again, like, because you look at his athleticism and how long he's been around, I think people think these kids are older than they are sometimes, but 21 is young.
Here's Cowett driving strongly. They're going to miss that one off the left hand.
There you go. That's good for him, getting those feet in the paint, getting some eating some easy ones.
Margins 26. Foxwell.
And if they keep going under Foxwell on screens, he is going to punish them.
Beautiful screen by Jack Andrew there on Fletcher for 2 points. Here's Scott. Ball. Hard luck from Jackson Ball. Froling's got the rebound. Foxwell gives it to Fletcher. Here's Froling down low. Going to roll it in, and Darnell Cowett. Cowett over to Bush. Kick out pass. Love the hands to Ball. He couldn't seal it. Here's Davison again.
Fine.
Nice ball rotation. Fletcher, beautiful finish.
And right now it is wide open and free-flowing for the Taranaki Ears. You know, if you're the Hawks, you probably want to look at something different defensively. Again, that zone was pretty effective, but right now it ain't working for them.
This lead is the equal biggest of the game again, 31 points. No foul by Andrew.
Great job moving his feet, the big fella. Again, really impressed me, Andrew.
He's getting himself in a good position again. Foxwell from way behind the three-point line.
Yeah, like, that's just way too much space for a guy of his caliber, you know. No hand, knock him down. Timeout.
Owen Foxwell, 3 three-pointers since halftime.
Oh no, my mistake. Looked like somebody's shoe came off.
Foxwell with 17 points, leading the scoring in the game.
Smooth, quiet 17. Lucky lefty. He looks nice. Playing at his own pace, steering the ship. Knock down the three if you go under him or leave him open. He's definitely influenced this game tonight. I'm Carlin Davison. I love having him out there.
Oh, I think all the players love him.
Yeah, absolutely. Coach all of them.
Good player. Murphy back out there now, but he's lost it out of court. No, it's going to be Hawke's Bay ball. It's been ruled to come off Davison.
Be interesting to see here how long before Sammy Mack starts getting through some of these bench brothers. Pretty significant lead here at home.
Scott from the corner. Campbell Scott with his second 3 of the game.
Finally got one to go down there for the Hawks.
3 from 24 now from three-point line.
They got to start falling at some point.
Exactly. Well, it was 5 percentage conversion rate. It's now up to 9. Here's Froling and Cowart's copped one.
Couple big boys there. Love Froling's game. Obviously still, you know, getting himself back into playing shape with everything he's been through. But man, what a skilled big fella.
Yeah, got an elbow right to the ear, didn't he, Cowart?
There was that little bit of friendly fire there. Nothing on purpose that I could see.
No, Froling at the free throw line now.
Beautiful stroke, Froling, for a big fella. Beautiful stroke.
All 5 of the starters for Taranaki now in double figures.
Yeah, that's impressive. That really is. Like, even if you're playing in a men's league game and you can get 5 of you can get into double digits, you're doing something right. You really are.
Those 2 free throws from the Chemist Warehouse stripe. Froling sits down for a breather with 11 points and 8 rebounds.
Quentin Bailey will give him a blow. Great sub to bring in. And like you said, Dom Cum and Poto still sitting over there.
With those soft hands, gets 2 more. He's up to 10. Foxwell. Foxwell again, not this time. Cowart with the rebound. Here's Paul on the run. Moves it back to Campbell Scott. And there's another 3 from Campbell Scott.
Back to back, we'll take it. Couple of threes.
He's up to 9. All of them are 3-pointers.
See here, Taranaki getting through some of their actions, which is good to see. Getting right through their actions and getting different looks.
And he sets the screen there, rolls away and can't handle it. It's going to be Hawke's Bay ball.
If there's one thing I would like to see with him, with the big fella, start throwing that thing up at the ring. He's an athlete, you know. There's been a few now that they've put down on the floor. I think he just put that up at the ring and he'll go get that.
Brings it down court. There goes Cowart again, finding some space down the lane.
Here you go, just walked into a layup. It's also very perimeter orientated, as you alluded to in the first there, Glenn, but really putting his head down and getting to the ring. I think that's maybe his 3rd layup. Pretty easy for the quarter.
No foul on Cowart though, but he has 12 points now. Issue again with the scoreboard, technical issues, and just a little pause and play. And we can tell you that the leading scorer in the game is Owen Foxwell with 17. Jack Andrew has 15. In fact, we thought he had a double-double at half-time. He's had a little pesky rebound removed from his total.
Sorry, he
on a
still
double-double.
got time to get one.
But
14 minutes.
Carlin Davison does have a double-double. He has 10 points and 10 rebounds. 7 assists too, so let's just keep an eye on Carlin here.
Yep.
Triple-double could be an eye on the play here as Scott Telfer.
He could be a triple-double every time he walks out there, Davidson.
Not sure what happened there, but it's been a technical foul for some reason on Hawke's Bay. See, just to tell you what happened here. When it comes through, we'll tell you exactly what happened. In the meantime, here's Foxwell. It's back from Telfer. Henry sets the screen. Here's Telfer again. Shot clock down to 6. Foxwell.
Tough.
Good play. Telfer can't seal it. Foxwell though hustles. Can't get it though. Murphy's picked it up. A little reach in there, I think, or has it come off the foot?
It looked like it was unintentional, but called that one football. I think it'll be the Hawks here coming down.
So the technical foul went on Cowart just a moment ago.
Okay.
Must have been loose lips.
Must have thought he had something on the and one. Froling's just checked back into the game here, had a quick blow.
Cowart in the meantime is checked out of the game on 3 fouls. Wise move by Kane Hokianga.
I would say whether he likes it or not, it will probably be a quick one.
Yeah, here's Scott. 26-point ball game still. Here's Ezra Eagle lining up the three and burying it. Had an oodle of time to nail that one. Nice job by Ezra Eagle.
Nice play. They ran Jackson Ball off him and they helped, and Ezra just stepped out and knocked that thing down. 3 threes here help the Hawks. That's tripled what they made in the first half.
Telf with a little teardrop, can't get it to fall. And we've got a jump ball there, it looks like, and that should be Hawke's Bay possession.
Hustle there by Kobe. Getting in, fighting for an extra position. Said it went ballooned out to 30. Now they're pushing it back close to 20 again. They just keep hanging around, these young Hawks.
Indeed.
Same play here. Jackson Ball.
Beautiful. And Ball responds with 2 more.
And you can see Carlin is not happy. Him and Froling had a couple of words there. That's an Iverson cut there where Jackson Ball kind of curls off. They helped last time. Ezra got the shot. They didn't help this time, and Jackson Ball gets the layup. So young Hawks chipping away.
Good job as that lead is cut to 21. Hawke's Bay now outscoring Taranaki in this quarter by 2. High-scoring quarter, 25-23, still with 2:43 to play.
Hey, and if you're going into the half, you're a young team like you were, like the Hawks, and you're coming out and you're saying, yo, we're winning this quarter. These are the small wins that we're talking about, not only in this game, but for the next games to come, knowing that we're still to add a head coach and 2 superstars in this league.
It's going to be a completely interesting scenario at play here, though, for the Hawks, as you've got to integrate them into your team. Quickly, don't you?
You do, but you're lucky because both of them look like the type of players that are team guys. They're defensive guys. You know, they've just come off winning championships with one of the teams that to me look like, I show my young kids the Illawarra Hawks because they look like a team of brothers that look like they like playing basketball together, which isn't always the case nowadays. So I think they'll be a perfect fit. I actually think they'll be great for them, teaching these young guys what it's supposed to look like.
It's exciting, isn't it?
It is to have guys. I mean, man, if you watch that NZNBL league and you watch how high that was, and we're having these dudes come over to our league, these fans need to get ready. See some real high-level talent coming out.
Yeah, it's exciting for Hawke's Bay fans, that is for sure. Here's Froling
Back
for
to the bully
Taranaki.
ball.
Yeah.
Smart though, you know. Foxwell said, all right, coach, I got you.
Well, just actually look at when the potential for these new players. So after this game, the Hawks have a week off, Lindsay, and they don't appear again until they play the Phi away on the 5th of April, which is 1 week from today.
I would say there's a good chance all of those victory celebrations will be out of the system by then, hopefully, and they'll be ready to lock in, try and get after another one.
That's potentially when we're going to see those guys come in. Greeter, Swakala Bullock, as we see.
Swakala Bullock, man, he's a winner. He's won, I believe, 4 NZNBL titles in a row, 3 different teams. You're bringing that over here? Great defender.
Here's Foxwell. A basket from Hawke's Bay. Davison. It's around Murphy. There's those long arms from Davison. Can't complete the 3-point play, but he'll go to the line to shoot a couple from the Chemist Warehouse stripe.
Oh man, and Carlin, he just has moves every now and then where he looks like, and it's respectfully, like he just looks like he's playing against high school kids. He's so athletic, so skilled.
Still on 10 points, 10 rebounds and 7 assists. Carlin Davison at 11 points now. Kara with the rebound. Jackson Ball bringing the ball down court. Under 2 to play in quarter number 3. Eagle. This is Campbell Scott. Shot clock down to 6.
He's got the switch. He's got the big fella out there. See if he can take advantage.
Ooh, lovely pass. Oh, he probably should have taken the layup himself. Campbell Scott, but in the end, Hawke's Bay have lost possession.
Yeah, I think the next part of Scott's evolution, I really like some of the stuff he's done, you know, in this game, and even last year getting on the map is going to be his decision-making with the second line of defense, you know. But that's all part of it for a young guard and figuring that out. Hawks have gone back to this 2-3 zone here, caused a little bit of trouble for Taranaki late in the second quarter.
Fletcher misses the three. Looks like there's a foul on the rebound.
Kind of
Jack Andrew.
Kind of a catch-22, you know. When you're in a zone, one of the things you give up is boards, but at the same time, you know, it makes it easier when you're dealing with some of these bigger teams. So we'll see how that plays out.
It's Jack Andrews' third foul.
It's a tough one.
Wasn't it? Here's Carter. Eagle. Around from Scott. Ball again, and got an offensive foul, have we? Or the ball stand on the sideline?
Yep, I think it was the old load step when he stepped on the sideline. Just caught it with his heel.
Foxwell comes down court, 17 points to his name.
See what they got against this zone.
Fletcher to Foxwell again.
It's a mismatch right there.
Rolling.
Somehow their guard ended up on the biggest man in the building.
Rolling twice the size of Jacob Murphy.
Big fella, yeah.
Here's Murphy. Speaking of Murphy, here is Scott. Turnaround jumper is sweet from Campbell Scott.
He set that up, Glenn, because he went to go back door and Carlin got caught in two minds. That's his third three for the quarter.
And Fletcher comes back with two more for Taranaki. 10 seconds to play. So let's see what Hawke's Bay can do here. Oh, he's feeling it, Campbell Scott.
4 for 4 to end the quarter for the young fellow.
Campbell Scott, in fact, it might even be 5 3-pointers in that quarter for Campbell Scott as that lead is cut to 21. Still a long, long way back for Hawke's Bay at 85-64 at the end of 3. Well, the Hawke's Bay Hawks hanging around here in New Plymouth. Still a long way back for them with one more quarter to play. 21-point game with the years up 85-64. Is there time for them to come back? There's still time for you to get that Sal's Pizza, though. And what about this mixandpick.com poll here? Jack Andrew, 36%. Quite a tight run between those four players. Hard to pick which one has actually contributed the most, because it's been a real team performance from Taranaki, Lindsay Tate.
It has, you know, but you could see Mr. Andrews he's been outstanding tonight, and Carlin's on the verge of having a triple-double, so fair enough. Right on cue, Mr. Andrew lays him down for us.
He's up to 17 in the game now. As Taranaki is clear by 23. Here's Scott. He had the hot hand in that last quarter. 17 points he's got in the game. Cowett. A little pull-back jumper.
It was a nice little bit of a rest over there. Looked like he got a bit of pep in him step again. It's good. He looks good when he's aggressive, getting to the ring, not settling outside.
14 points for Cowett now. Foxwell off the screen from Andrew. Oh, blocked from Jackson Ball.
And I like that. That was good D from the young fella. Foxwell's had his way today in there in the paint, so great recovery.
Froling. Davison, ooh, a little too clever. Taranaki lucky to keep possession as Davison powers up. Froling tidies up.
Oh, boards, Froling. Just that overwhelming them with that size again, continuing to pound the boards.
18 for Harry Froling now. Here's Scott. Ball with work to do. Cowett settles himself for a three. No luck for Cowett. Cowett from the three-point line. He's 0 from 6 from beyond the arc in this game now. Here's Davison. I think Ball might have just got on the road. Oh, no. Travel violation, was it?
I think so.
Hawke's Bay need everything to go their way. They want to come back into this game. Still possible, is it? 23 points.
It is, but they're going to have to draw a line in the sand real soon if it's going to be tonight.
They're going to have to get super hot, all of them. Scott. Cowett again, struggling to break that zone defense down as Cowett goes one-on-one with Jack Andrew and wins the battle on that occasion.
It was tough. They had all their defense loaded up and he still got to his spot. Nice little right hook.
Cowett 16 points now.
21, 8 minutes left, hanging around still.
Team's going basket for
Good
basket.
D, Jackson Ball.
Fletcher.
But just overwhelming them on the O boards. Extra possessions.
Second chance points for Taranaki. It's 28 of them now. Here's Cowett for three. Still can't get one. As Froling gets the rebound. Foxwell.
There's that one again. Foxwell throwing down to Andrew.
Here's Cowett.
Getting hands on it.
Here's Cowett. And he's fouled, smashed by Harry Froling.
Couple of athletes there, boy.
That's about 210 kilos of human flesh hitting the floor there together.
I like that.
Is there a dent there on the floor? What do you reckon, Lindsay?
All I know is Harry doesn't think there was any foul there at all. He is trying to figure out what went on. That's it for him tonight? That's his fifth?
No. Third, I think. But both the big guys have had technical fouls in the game. Yeah.
I just seen him check himself out unless they already had. He's gone. He's walking out the building. I like it. Yeah, actually.
Oh, just check with.
All jokes aside, yeah.
Just check if. It's just been ruled a personal foul at the moment. I wonder if Froling might have been ejected from the game here.
Hopefully he just needed to relieve himself or something.
There's Cowett from the Chemist Warehouse stripe in the meantime. There's Cowett again. 2 from 2 from the Chemist Warehouse stripe from that visit for Cowett. He's 4 from 5 in this game as the lead is back to 20.
Back to 20 with 7:30 left.
So Froling received a technical foul. So he received a personal and a technical foul. So 2 fouls in the same incident.
So he's done. Is that right?
Not sure. He's on 4 fouls. So we'll see what happens there.
Big position here.
Davison. Fletcher wide open for three. Good rebound by Kara. He's starting to pick up some nice rebounds. That's the 6th in the game. Oh, poor pass that time.
A little rushed.
Yeah, they really need to treasure possessions. Fletcher drives nicely. Tips it in. It's good commitment from Armon Fletcher.
Yeah, Fletcher, he's been a problem for them, just quietly, you know, in trans and on their boards, extra possessions. Chipping away, chipping away.
20 points.
Taranaki just keeps jabbing, jabbing, keeping that distance, keeping that distance.
Cowett on Andrew. Has it stripped out of his hands. No foul as Foxwell comes away.
Throw it up. You like that one, Colin. He's been hanging out to get up there.
13 for Carlin Davison. And he concedes a foul there on Jackson Ball. It's only his first foul in the game. Too much green pasture, too much real estate there for Carlin Davison from the Hawke's Bay perspective.
He doesn't need a lot. Does not need a lot.
Stevenson being, yeah, he's got another foul against him there.
See, looking at that back cut again. Throwing them bounce passes behind people's knees.
Down pass from Campbell Scott. Ball, no way. That's a 17-year-old lighting it up. Jackson Ball.
From deep, no conscience. Just what you want your shooting guard to have in the best way. Right back at you there, another 3 for Taranaki.
That time it's Jack Exeter. He's banged in his second off the game. That's been a real, it's been a real thing in this game, hasn't it? Just when you think Hawke's Bay might mount a run, come back Taranaki come.
Every time.
Yeah,
layup
every
for a
time.
3, every time.
Cowett can't seal the layup.
He's getting to that right hand whenever he wants, Cowett.
So we can confirm Harry Froling is out of the game with 2 technical fouls in the same game. Here's Davison. Jack Andrew tidies up.
Again, you got to commend these young Hawke's Bay, this young Hawke's Bay crew for the way they're battling, but just being overwhelmed right now, size and athleticism, and even a little bit of experience for Taranaki. Pretty formidable crew today for this crew.
Yeah.
Hopefully they can get some bodies through to end this quarter out. Get some of that bench through against this young Hawke's Bay crew.
Jack Andrew is leading the way in the MVP voting on the mixandpick.com poll.
I like that, you know?
Yeah.
Doesn't always get a lot of shine, man. Like, give the big fella some love too. He's, you know?
Here is
we hear a
numbers.
lot about Carlin and the dunks and all that, which is beautiful, but give the big fella some love.
19 points for Andrew, 10 rebounds, 3 blocks, 2 steals.
0 complaints.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Nice job from Jack Andrew. Harry Froling, before he was ejected from the game, 18 points, by the way, 11 rebounds. Another double-double for him.
Love what I saw from him. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Fletcher leading the way, though, for Taranaki with 20 points. Just the 3 rebounds, but he's having an excellent shooting game at 60%.
Yeah, plus minus of 34. Just been controlling stuff since he came out for warm-ups.
Those plus minuses are just ridiculous from Taranaki. All 5 of the starters.
Yeah, they're doing well as a group. They're those starters for sure.
And is there time for Carlin Davison to get a triple-double? He's on 13 points, 11 rebounds, and 8 assists.
There definitely is time. Could get that in the next couple of possessions, unless coach says, man, it's time for you to come sit down. We got more games this season, young fella.
So Carter with 5:14 to play. Ball is out there on 19 points for Hawke's Bay.
Taranaki look like they're in a bit of a 2-3 zone here as well. Little change up, work on their package, something different.
Far away from ball from that little floater dropping as we see Davison. Oh, that could be assist number 9 right there.
Yo, someone must have told him he got a triple-double. I was working a game the other day and I didn't tell someone they had a triple-double. That was my fault. So.
Ball wide open for 3.
Don't
Can't
be surprised if Carlin plays point guard for the rest of the game.
Well, here comes Exeter.
Here we go.
Carlin Davison.
Oh, there it is. That got it. Come on, man. That's an assist. That was a catch and lay. A little bit of help there. That's an assist, yo. That was a beautiful pass.
How about that from Davison?
See if they give it to him.
Yeah, we'll wait if it clicks
Don't be
over.
too harsh on him. Give it to him.
I reckon, eh? Here's Scott way outside the 3-point line. Andrew
Another rebound for the big fella.
picks up the rebound. Fletcher for 3. Bailey
More O boards.
tidies up.
Oh,
Davison, lovely little finish.
what an athlete, man. He's saying, I think he's ready to get up out of here. Got some
Totally
bodies ready to
blessed.
sub in.
And they did give that an assist. It's confirmed. It's a
Nice.
triple-double for Carlin
Nice.
Davison.
Good on the young fella. Get you a triple-double. Get up out of here.
Well, great all-round performance from Carlin Davison.
Him and Andrews will go and take a seat. Well deserved, well earned. And Fletcher.
Yep, this one's pretty much done now, isn't it? Back to a 32-point margin. Bucks lead of the game's been 34, so we've got a few bench players out there. Jack Exeter continues. Bailey has lost it. Exeter picks it up.
Good D.
Oh, I think
Good D,
Hoyata.
And again, man, they're down by damn near 30 here, and you see the young fella taking a charge. I think that speaks a lot to, you know, the cloth that they cut from. So, yep, take this L today. Well done, Taranaki. But I look forward to seeing the Hawks get all their troops on deck as well and get back at it.
Yeah, Jerome Tamatea is out there now, and that's Jordi Huata. He's called for that offensive foul. You're good to see Tamatea. This is his second game.
Tamatea, pretty sure Dad pops is Dwayne, Northland's sons. Gisborne's sons, my fault, man. Legends, man.
Here he is on screen, number 4. Jerome Tamatea, just 16 years old, out of New Plymouth Boys High School in his second game. Got a minute 31 against the Tuatara, and not the day at the office for the Hawke's Bay Hawks and Kane Hokianga today.
Not today, but again, I think Hoki's done a great job with this group, you know, early on and big picture, you know. We lick our wounds and we'll get back to work.
Yeah, sometimes you learn more from your losses than your victories, right?
You learn a lot more from your L's than your victories. A lot.
Scott, good offensive rebound taken by Kobe Carter again. Here's Scott weaving, threading, and scoring.
There you go, and I think if he can add that to his package, just being a threat on that attack, it's going to open up a whole lot of different avenues for him.
19 points for Scott. 15 of them threes.
Oh, nice action there by Taranaki.
Tuta is out there now as Bailey goes from long range. Good scramble from Tuta. Cowart is heavily fouled there by that Taranaki player.
Taking a couple shots there, the big fella. Second time I've seen him down on the ground.
Jack Exeter flying back there, much smaller man.
Hi. I don't know if he thinks that was a tough foul. There's this guy, Peddle Cameron, that used to play, bro.
Yeah, I remember him. Always good. I'm sure you always appreciated Pero being on your team than being an opponent.
What? Even like a good Paul Henare foul at the end there will let you know, bro. That wasn't nothing, my brother.
Cowart at the line.
Got a nice stroke. Luxury when your bigs can knock their free throws in like that.
Two from two from the Chemist Warehouse strike for Cowart. Really, the die was cast in this game in the second quarter when Taranaki went on a 19-0 run after building a 12-point lead in the first quarter.
Really stamped their style on the game early, Taranaki, imposed their will. Jeffrey Bush here looked like he tweaked an ankle. Hopefully he's all good. Don't want anything happening, any injuries late in the game.
It's Riley Tuta.
Really like this young man, Riley Tuta, talented young wing from Taranaki, out of New Plymouth boys. He's just jammed that ankle on the landing.
Bush. He's crossed, he's all right. Hawke's Bay going to need him. And his athleticism.
Absolutely, and his energy, for sure. So hopefully nothing serious there for the young fella.
Tuta going to the line to complete the three-point play. 20 years of age. Those points that we saw him just nail there.
My man Andrew Green right there.
First in the NBL too, Lindsay, as well for Tuta.
Aye. He's having a great season. Love to see him get his opportunity up here with the big boys in the NZNBL stuff.
Completes a three-point play from the Chemist Warehouse stripe. 2:20 to play. Ball still out there for Hawke's Bay. This is Kara. Now Murphy.
Good hands, Tamatea.
He read that one beautifully, didn't he? Now Exeter for three.
Ooh. One of them nights. They hot right now, boy.
13th three of the game. They're over 40%.
It's nice to be back home.
Kara. Here goes ball again. Finishes
left,
with
smooth.
style.
Smooth from the high school kid there.
21 for Jackson Ball.
And valuable reps when you're at high school. Yeah, it's a blowout right now, but where else are you going to get reps like this if you're a high school kid playing against professional men?
Jack Exeter.
Good hand.
There's the rebound taken by Kobe Carter. Scott working off here, Ezra Eagle. Carter again, nice pass. Campbell Scott delaying things just at the right time for 2 more points. Tamatea gives it back to Jack Exeter. Referee's just pausing play. Does sweat on the floor. 1-2 to 80. Jack Andrews still leading the game MVP. I would give it to Carlin Davison for his triple-double.
Yep, I mean,
If it was down to me. Don't often see triple-doubles. What do you reckon?
Yeah, fair. Maybe they can split it.
You give it to Jack, wouldn't you?
I'm trying to be a point guard, you know?
Yeah.
Share the love around.
Nice finish there.
Great lift.
Jack Exeter again.
Yes.
He started in that game against the Jets. Interesting player, Jack Exeter. Looks like a more than useful backup point guard. Scott, speaking of point guards, drives in for 2 more. He's got 23. Here's Tamatea, the 16-year-old. It's going to be Taranaki ball. Jack Exeter, interesting player. First season at the Hawks. At the Airs, rather. Hawks player back in 2022. Also was in the Canterbury squad back in 2020 and 2021 before he nipped over to Aussie and played over there for a year.
NBL 1 year, really solid game this game so far.
Here he goes again, putting in a triple attempt.
Aggressive.
Not to be this time. Here comes Kobe Carter. Foul called against Hoyata, looks like there. It's been a very good performance from Taranaki. What about, I don't know, is this a statement game for them, do you think? Or is it a little bit too early to be making those sort of claims in the season?
I mean, you could say that. In all honesty, I think for Hawke's Bay, it's a little bit of a reality check, like in regards to a very young team, you know, being top of the league right now, but they're missing half of their team, you know. Taranaki, they get to come home. A little bit of a statement game, but you know, let's see what it's like when they cross over against some of these other teams. But I think they're definitely going to be a problem this year, Taranaki, from what they've shown this evening.
Here's Tamatia losing the ball. Scott. And here's Jackson Ball with 2 more for Hawke's Bay. He's got 23. Bailey. A little sloppy on that play too as Murphy comes down court. Scott. And that won't count. It's all over here in Taranaki. The locals are very happy with that performance. They laid a mark down very early on in the game when they went to a 12-point lead at the end of the first quarter, raced away to a 19-0 run in the second quarter and closed out a very comfortable victory, as it turned out, by 114 to 88 over Hawke's Bay. So that's their 3rd win of the season, Taranaki, as we can confirm that despite Carlin Davison getting the triple-double, it is Jack Andrew who's taken the MVP from the mixandpick.com poll from you, the viewers. So well done to Jack.
I could have gone either way. Well done, Jack.
21 points and 12 rebounds and 3 blocks. So he led the point scoring there on the Chemist Warehouse stats for Taranaki.
And look at that, how balanced it is. 15 from Carlin, triple-double all the way through to Jack, 21. All 5 of their starters in double digits. That's impressive.
Yeah, good number of points there from those 3 for Hawke's Bay. And Kara chipped in with 11, but really the stats all in favour of Taranaki, and it was a very good all-round performance from the starting 5.
Yeah, and rebounding was really the difference in the game today. If you look at it individually and as a team, really, real big discrepancy there in favour of Taranaki.
Foxwell, 12 assists, 17 points for
He's
him.
dropping dimes on him this evening.
Fantastic performance from Owen Foxwell. 3 blocks are touched on. What are steals too from
6
Foxwell?
steals?
It's nuts.
He had a triple-double in steals. Whew. Always thought if you get like 13 in one category and 7 in another, can you flip 3 of them over for a triple-double?
Exactly, yeah. Hey, the action's going to continue very soon, folks, in about 45 minutes. The Sharks and the Jets are going to do battle in Invercargill, starting with the Sky Broadband Rapid League game. And then tomorrow we've got another double-header for you. The Rams host the Saints in Christchurch. Tuatara back in action against the Nelson Giants in Auckland. And then the Airs, that Rams game is going to be interesting midweek, isn't it? Now the Airs are starting to really flex their muscles.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. Rams and the Airs both finding their feet, so Wednesday's going to be a big game.
Well, there we are, folks. Well done to the Taranaki Airs. Far too good for Hawke's Bay, as it turned out in this game. They go to 3-1 on the ladder, and Hawke's Bay drop to 3-2 now. Thanks for watching all the action here from TSB Stadium here in New Plymouth. Don't forget, 45 minutes. We'll do it all again down in Invercargill. In the meantime, mā te wā.
Hello, reporting live from ILT Stadium in Invercargill, mate. Yeah, as you can see, there's lots of